coming straight at you from the center of the universe. Many have tried, with mediocre success, to keep these specs from taking over.
Are you ready for showtime? Showtime. Oh, come on, you do better. Are you ready for showtime? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Break down, baby.
Who the hell is this?
Alan, you have been described by your enemies as evil, insane, manipulative. Who are you?
To examine it would be to, like, demystify it.
Yo, get a ticket with a tasty groove, okay?
Wow.
It definitely makes me cringe.
Very, very, very painful.
1, 2, 3, pick it. Pick it, come on. God damn it, could you one time pick it? What the
You're disgusting.
It's showtime!
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7
You ignorant prick bastard.
WMMS Cleveland.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. Greetings. Hello there. How you doing? Good, good. My name is Alan Cox. Thank you for showing up. Say hi to Bill Squire. He's over here, too.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Creepy hugs to everyone out there.
You ever get taken up on that offer, by the way?
The creepy hugs?
Mm-hmm.
No, but I did get someone that is submitting an application to be current girlfriend.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't realize... Well, you're not officially taking applications.
No.
This is just somebody who...
It was an icebreaker that someone used to try and talk with me, and we talked a little bit. And
now, in a
see what
situation... And you saw what she looks like?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the hook? How did she get you? Or did she just get you at the right time?
She just sent me a Snapchat late at night, and...
a late night Snapchat?
Yeah, it was like right around the time the Cavs game was ending.
So you were already happy.
Mm-hmm.
You were chubbed up already.
Yeah.
Because of that Cavs game.
Of course.
She got you at the right time.
Yeah, and so I
knows
usually
you
reply to stuff, so...
She's a listener?
And it was funny. Yeah, she's a listener, and it was funny. Like, it was a funny thing, and then we just talked, and yeah, I don't know if anything will come of it, but it was a fun conversation.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's how anything starts, right?
Yep.
Good conversation?
Yeah, Pound Cake gets D-pics, and I just get clever, funny conversations. And
the ladies hitting you up on the snip chart.
I would much rather get that.
Sure. You don't want a girl sending you a D-pic.
Nah.
Hey, would you like to get together?
That is a
One
creepy
question.
hug.
Is that a task attached to you? Or Pound Cake is back behind the glass.
Afternoon, white people.
What's going on, Pound Cake?
Not much.
Any D-pics from when last we spoke on the show yesterday?
Oh, every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Every day is a veiny road.
Some people just don't take a hint. Like, it's...
What hint are you putting out?
If I don't respond to it, if you send me something so private as that, so intimate as that, and I don't reply, why do you keep trying to talk to me?
They keep sending, or they just...
No, they'll say hi, and I see it, like, because on Facebook now you can see... Like, I hate that feature where they can see if you check your messages. So they see.
Can't you turn that off?
I don't know how, but they can see that I checked it.
Boy, I'm glad I just basically use social media for work. I'm so happy that that's what I use it for.
And then I don't reply to it, and then they'll follow up with a laying in bed pic, and I see it, and then I just don't reply.
These are listeners, or just people that are kind of in the circle of influence.
Both. Some of them are listeners. Some of them are people that are just trying to, cast that line out and see if they get a bite.
Oh, they're trying to see if they'll get an eyebrow raise from you.
And then they just get more and more seductive, and then I just get a D-pic, and then I look at it, and they're like, oh, well, I guess you don't like what you see. Like, yes, you didn't get that from the last four messages?
More and more seductive.
Yeah, it's like slowly unraveling. Each picture is just like further and further down the line. So, I mean, it's whatever.
Do you ever worry that you're going to get somebody who's doesn't take that silent rejection that well?
No.
It seems like everybody's got tissue paper thin skin these days, so I just wonder if you know.
I could say if like
somebody who gets upset because you didn't
but you're not
thumbs up their D-pic.
You're not rejecting them outright. You're just
not saying anything at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's a rejection.
Right, but he's not like being insulting about
yeah,
it.
they're like, look at it, Centimeter Peter.
No, I know, but still a rejection.
But whatever, they should learn their lesson.
No, I understand. I'm with you.
Like,
Just wondering what the seas are like out there.
Just what world is it where you receive a dick pic upon entry? Like, I just couldn't imagine that. You're letting somebody have something over you. Like, I would not want someone to have that power over me.
Well, you're assuming it's theirs. You know as well as anyone, a lot of people are passing with their face involved too.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, like, that's a rookie move.
They do one of these. They're laying in bed, and it's like above the head and goes all the way down so you can see it. And
how do you know it's even with the face? How do you know that's them? They could be sending you a photo of their friend.
Because it's attached to their Facebook.
Yeah. Okay.
They're sending me in Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
So, but yeah, like I just would never want.
So that means Facebook has that picture too.
Yep.
I think people already figure Facebook's got everything.
Everything. Yeah.
I was reading a thing today. They're like, it's nearly impossible to delete your Facebook account. Then that's on purpose. That's by design. And most people don't care anyway. Most people are like, look, I assume all my stuff is out there.
Is my MySpace
Unless
gone?
I'm Robin Banks, who really cares if they can recognize me by my face or my genitalia? Is your what?
MySpace. Is that gone?
No, it's still there, but I think like all your pictures and stuff get cleaned out after a while or something.
I tried to find it like a while ago, and it's damn near impossible to find. Like I knew my like URL and everything, and I could not find my profile.
Still up. MySpace.com is still a thing. There's a Jimmy Fallon clip from just the other night. Brand new music. Because isn't it mostly just the domain of bands and comedians now?
But nobody
I don't
uses
even know it. I don't even know any comedians that use it.
Go to our MySpace page, all right? Okay. No.
I don't know. Maybe. See, it's going to come back around where MySpace is going to become somewhat cool again. It'll be gone long enough. I mean, it has been, right? It's been gone almost 10 years now.
I think it would be fun to have like a MySpace day where everyone who like was on MySpace back in the day, we have one day, just one day out of the year where we relive the glory days. You change your profile photo. You could change up your
Were those the glory days?
It was so much fun.
Yeah. I guess for a certain generation, those were the glory days.
I used to change the little fonts and stuff. I thought I was like a little hacker because you get to know all the codes and stuff. And like,
your hexadecimals? You'd like to know your codes.
They're just copying, pasting.
He's like a little hacker.
Yeah.
He was like little Kevin Mitnick, sprung from the joint. All right. Well, maybe that'll happen. Maybe there'll be a MySpace day. There's a goddamn day for everything else.
Why not?
Chocolate chip cookie day.
I think that'd be fun.
Sure, why not?
And I could talk to all the.
And Timberlake is still an investment partner in that. Yeah.
I think so.
He sunk a lot of his own money into it when they thought they were going to bring it back.
Flopped.
First, he was trying to bring Sexy back. Then he decided he wanted to try to make MySpace back.
I think Sexy's way easier than MySpace.
It is. He had far more luck with the former, and that was free. He did it pro bono. MySpace sunk a lot of his own money into it.
Yeah, I tried to go back on MySpace to get some TBT photos, and I couldn't find. Like, I could not find it. I wanted to get. I have a lot of good photos on there, and I can't find them.
Mm-hmm.
I had like my Jerry curl back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was luscious hair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the only place you had them? You didn't save them to anything else?
No, because at that point, like, I really wasn't even thinking about it that far.
Hotcake was letting his soul glow back in the day.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Mike Paramore, who is going to headline the first night of the Alan Cox Show comedy tour, is going to join us a little bit later on. There's still tickets available, some, for this year's tour. Friday night, we'll do the House of Blues downtown. Doors at 7, show at 8 both nights. Saturday, we'll do the Kent Stage, which is a lovely venue that we like to visit. It's all brought to you by Great Lakes Brewing Company. They're celebrating their 30th year. We've done a little bit of a collaborative brew with them called Unmitigated Ale that we'll be serving both nights. But all the details in the after party if you want to buy tickets. We'll do this show live from the House of Blues, as we always do, before the show Friday night. The weather's supposed to be awesome. I've seen conflicting reports, but supposedly when all this crap kind of blows through, rest of the week's supposed to be pretty nice. So hopefully we'll be on the patio on Friday, which will be a lot of fun.
I've seen sunny and like mid-70s, maybe high 70s.
Okay.
So that's pretty great.
So Mike Paramore is going to join us later on. Of course, Bill's on the tour. Mary Santora, who was in yesterday. Jasmine Carter, Cody Cooper. Mattitude's going to spin for you. Pound Cake and I, of course, will be there. And we'd love to have you along. So Friday, if you want to join us downtown at the House of Blues, just go to AlanCoxShow.com. Upper right corner there, you see the keyword search. Just put comedy in there, and you'll get all the information. And we're going to be putting people on my foot golf team this week as well. We announced the 4th annual Alan Cox Show Foot Golf Tournament yesterday. That'll happen June the 10th back out at Mastic Woods. Each of us will have a team. My team, the Grass Kickers, have won 2 of the last 3 years. That third year won by Bill's team. This year his team is Manchester United.
Yeah.
And
open to ladies.
Pound Cake's team, the Putt Pirates. I found out our friend Joe Kalinowski's on my team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He does a bunch of the Photoshops
Yes,
for us.
he does.
Yep, he won.
So that'll be a lot of fun. He hit me up, said, hey, I'm on your team. So 520 all this week. We'll put people on my team. We'll do Bill's next week, Pound Cake's the week after. You can create your own team if you don't want to hang directly with us. If you'd like to be there that day and have fun, but not directly interact with us, you can create your own team. But again, all the info is at alancoxshow.com. Let me take a break here. 35192. You want to text us, the live stream at our YouTube channel at alancoxshow.com. Tickets coming back for Dropkick Murphys and Flogging Molly. They're doing their first ever U.S. co-headlining tour at Nautica, so we'll hook those up coming back.
Hey everybody, welcome to Slide in the DMs. I'm Bill Squire.
And I'm Pound Cake.
Did you watch the royal wedding at all?
I'm not getting up at 6 a.m. I don't get up at 6 a.m. like for breakfast, so I'm not going to get up at 6 a.m. for a royal wedding.
Did you watch any recap of it or anything?
I watched the full stream on YouTube, but that was like afterwards. Like I can.
Oh, so you didn't watch it live, but you ended up going back and watching it.
Yeah, I did. I had a snack and I was just like, you know what? I'll pop it in because it's just so romantic. Like it's just like.
Is it though?
You can do anything. Really she's one of us. She's from California. Like she used to tour the Buckingham Palace. Like she.
What's her face did this all that like years ago, right? The Princess Diaries girl.
Miracles happen once. Yeah, I'm just saying. But it's really true. Miracles happen once in a while if you believe. She was take pictures outside of Buckingham Palace. She never thought that one day she would be inside Buckingham Palace with the Queen.
But isn't Buckingham Palace like old and kind of gross?
Why would it be old and gross?
Because it's an old palace.
Isn't the White House built by slaves?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to live there either.
Well, the presidents do.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just... The romantic, just the way they romanticize the whole like being a princess thing, like yeah, it's I guess, but like that's just not anything that's ever been on my radar. And also, because who'd she get married to, William or Harry?
Harry.
I don't know.
But it's like you don't like princes and all this kingdoms and stuff. It's stuff you only hear on like HBO or fairy tales. So now it's like. It's actual princess, actual royalty, an actual bloodline that like links back to like you can trace your bloodline back to the 1800s, and now it's polluted.
I can trace mine back to the 1500s.
I'm just not 1800s, like before that. Like
I know, but
the
like
family used to rule, and now they have.
But
like,
now they don't.
Black,
so it's not like who cares?
I cannot wait for this black baby. It's gonna be a ginger and black.
All
like
right,
I can't wait.
I'll give you that. That's the part that I like.
Thousands of years of pure blood, and now they're like, you got a girl from Crenshaw. From Crenshaw!
So, this is I guess, alright, I hadn't thought about that aspect.
It's like big for us. Yeah. Yes, we can.
This is the...
Wakanda.
Alright, is this bigger than Black President? Is Black Princess bigger than Black President?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes, because
it's because of how old
how
old.
Because we've only been around for a few hundred years. America's only been around for a few hundred years, and
England's been around for much longer.
Yeah, and it's based off of a bloodline. I mean, we are known on racism, and like you wipe out the Indians and you call it land your own, like whatever. So black people weren't even like the first to be. At least black people existed. We weren't wiped out. So.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that. I'm gonna actually agree with you. That Black Princess bigger than Black President.
It is because
more unexpected too.
He only had 8 years. This lives on forever. We have descendants now. Now our descendants, royalty from now on. Like it might be the first.
She's gotta get pregnant first because things could happen. She's gotta get pregnant.
She's gotta get pregnant. It's with the royal. Like it's bound to happen. She was born to do this. She was born to be the Black Princess.
That's.
You ever seen Princess and the Frog?
No, I never saw that one. But. I mean, good for her. I'm happy for her. I just think like it's funny how worked up people get over it, and not as much the people that like it. It's the people that don't like it and get like wound up. I never understand that when people are like, oh, I hate this. I hate how people are celebrating this thing, and then they go, but they know every aspect of it. I'm like, so do you really hate it, or you just trying to mask
I didn't
your
watch the,
love of it through hate.
I didn't watch the first one. I didn't watch the first royal wedding, like, cause neither, like, Pippa, or not Pippa, that's the sister. Kate, she's beautiful, but Harry was, or William was not attractive, and like Harry was always the hot one, the young one, the young gun, the nude pictures of him on the internet playing, like he was always like the frat boy or the military man.
I don't know if I'd say either of them are very attractive.
They're good looking. Well, Harry's good looking.
Is he?
He was when he was younger. He's a little older now, but
I still don't think he's like traditionally good looking. It's good that they got some diversity into that bloodline because things were getting a little mucked up. They needed to really freshen that bloodline up.
Well, they did in a great way. So like now I'm just like, ooh, like what's it gonna be like now? So when it's things like this are relatable to you, you watch. And I wasn't getting up early for it, but I was like, I know what happened, and I'm excited for it.
So what do they name that first baby? If it's a boy, what's the name? Do you think they stick with traditional names, or do they go straight Crenshaw with it?
It's gonna be like Harold or something. Because they always name them like some boring names, like George.
Yeah. Well, it's like family names, so.
Yeah, so it's gonna stick with tradition.
It'll probably be Harry. Yeah. Is Harry Harold? Is he a Harold?
No, I think it is Harry something. He has a really long name, like a royal name. But
can they sneak in one black name?
Jaheim.
Yeah, throw like a
Raul.
A Deshaun in there somewhere.
A Deshaun.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like I just know that for me, I'm never gonna fault somebody for having a big wedding because I want to have a spectacle. I want the fireworks. Like when I walk down the aisle, I want birds to like fly out like doves. Because finally I'm able to get married now, and then I actually found somebody to love me. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a spectacle. I'm inviting everybody
fun with that. We gotta go. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey everybody, welcome to Sliding in the DMs special edition, where I'm here with Jeff Davis from Connected Comedy.
How's it going?
And we're doing Comedy Connected. Whatever, dude. You didn't pay me that much. So we're doing a show together, Saturday, July 21st. You want to just give them some details real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a show for the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and the Adams Board of Cuyahoga County, their Suicide Prevention Coalition. We're trying to raise...
And we're not just doing the show for them. We're doing this as a fundraiser for them, correct?
Fundraiser for them, correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for stopping by, Jeff. Can't wait to perform with you and be a part of this. It's July 21st at the Lakewood Civic Auditorium, and tickets are on sale at standuptogetherohio.com. It is standuptogetherohio.com, an evening of comedy to honor Nick Ramsey. I'll be headlining. Mike Polk Jr. will be there, Mary Santora, and more. There's going to be so many great comics, so make sure you get those tickets. And if you have any questions about being a sponsor, go ahead and email Jeff at standuptogetherohio.com. Hey everybody, welcome to Sliding in the DMs. I'm Bill Squire.
And I'm Pound Cake. What's up, guys?
So I've been working on some things in my life, and one thing that I do a lot is just avoid things. That's like my thing. Like some people are like too confrontational. I just avoid it, and hopefully it goes away.
Like instead of resisting temptation, you just stay away from all temptation.
Not even as much that. Is
you smell really good, by the way.
Thank you.
What do you have on?
Just deodorant, and it's probably my hair stuff.
Yeah, that smells real good.
Thanks, Annie. My girl hooked me up.
Oh yeah, that smells good. Okay.
Okay. So anyway, like relationship stuff. That's one of the things. Like I'm moving out this week, and I told Coco that I'm moving out last night, and she's like, "Well, when did you decide this? Because I thought you were gonna stay for a little while." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's too hard to be around you."
She wants you to stay?
She doesn't mind having me there. I just had to express that like I might stay around for a while because I want to be closer to my kids, but it's just too hard to be there with her and not be like with her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like just sharing the space. I'm never gonna get over her, but we're not gonna get back together. So it's just this weird limbo place that I don't want to be in anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I made the decision that I'm gonna move out.
You gotta close that door.
But one thing that I've done with her multiple times and with lots of relationships that I've been in is I'll wait till like the very last moment to tell whoever I'm in a relationship with something that's really been weighing on me for a while. And I think a lot of people do this because you just avoid it until you can't anymore.
You procrastinate, you put it off until... Okay.
I mean, it's like the same thing I did in school. Like, I'd put everything off until the last minute. I'm a last minute kind of guy.
And didn't let the chips fall where they may.
Yes. So, I mean, another example is when I was, I had checked out of
Radio. Just ask.
Now it's time to give stuff away. Give stuff away.
All right, Dropkick Murphys are going out on the road with Floggin' Molly. First time they're ever co-headlining here in the United States, and they will begin the whole shebang here in Cleveland. Very first date of the run is Friday, June 1st. Just a few weeks away by my math. Downtown Jacobs Pavilion at Nautica, right on the river. Tickets are on sale if you go to livenation.com. Get whatever info you need there. Otherwise, be caller number 13, and I'll throw you this pair. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
62% fake laughs, 100% real sodomy.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
What percentage of fake laughs do you think the Alan Cox Show comedy tour will generate this Memorial Day weekend?
I think they will all be genuine laughs.
Ooh, you think?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to fake laugh.
Okay.
What's the point?
There's no
Just
point.
Sit quietly.
I know. Please sit quietly with your hands clasped in your lap and look at the person next to you who's howling with delight and shake your head disapprovingly is what we would ask. What was I going to mention about the comedy tour? Something is escaping me.
Well, tickets are still available.
I keep forgetting it's Memorial Day weekend. We say that, but I keep forgetting that it'll be a long weekend. So for people who want to roll into the long weekend in high style, can we call it high style? I mean, we will be taking a limousine to the Kent show on Saturday. High style, right? With statement limo?
I don't see why not.
All right.
Might as well.
Y'all bringing bottles?
Oh, they usually have some in there.
I know. I'm gonna bring a little taste for me too.
My
little something.
My brother-in-law's wedding that we went to last week in Tennessee was at a vineyard, so there was no beer. Like, word got around that they weren't going to have beer, and so everybody was making beer runs who wanted that. The vineyard just had wine and tequila.
Hey.
So all these little bottles of silver tequila.
I love that.
And a lot of people didn't want theirs, so I came home with about a dozen of these things because they were like, oh, I didn't really like tequila. I'm like, I love tequila. I'm walking around the tables. You want that? What? Don't want that? Don't leave it there. Give it to me.
What does tequila have to do with a vineyard?
Well, his wife, it was just their pick.
Oh, okay.
It was the wine. They decided on wine and tequila as their spirit of choice.
I was gonna say, because that makes sense if they're on like a vineyard or a winery or something like that. They would have wine, because I thought it was like, oh, it's made there in house and they'll have
some of it was. They imported most of it. They got it from a winery in Michigan, because my wife's family is from Michigan. So I think some of it was local. But I was talking to one of the bartenders, and he was a local boy, real close cropped hair, a couple of earrings, sleeve tats, the whole thing. Real nice guy. Everybody down there, real polite. And it gets around to that he had been on the Jerry Springer show or something. Like, I knew there was something bubbling behind this guy's eyes. And then my wife tells him that she used to produce for Jerry Springer. And so they have a brief conversation. But a lot of mixed signals in places like Tennessee, because everywhere you look, a lot of Confederate flags, a lot of Trump signs. But like the first night at our hotel, there were 2 full buses of high school guys that were on a field trip or something. And they're roughhousing in the pool and all this crap and making a lot of noise. But polite.
Yeah.
They call you sir and ma'am.
Right.
That whole thing. So it wasn't like you had to worry about them, jumping off the balconies or anything. So everybody's rowdy, but they're polite about it.
Polite yet mannered.
Or
rowdy but mannered.
Rowdy and mannered.
Yeah.
Whenever you said wherever you look, all I thought was the theme song is everywhere you look, there's a Trump sign.
What is that song?
It's from
Full House, right?
Full House, yeah.
Oh, all right.
The hate in your heart. I don't know. I can't remember how it goes. I'm off today.
What's going on?
I don't know. I'm just out of it.
One of those days?
Just this whole like week has me going in a bunch of different directions, and it's a lot to pull together with the comedy tour, and you know, I do all the video stuff for that, and then I gotta make sure it's a lot that's on me, and it is at top of mind all the time, and I can't shake that at any point until we're actually doing the show.
So, Bill, if you were to describe this in meme form, you'd say, this week got me like, and then a frazzled GIF?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Just
somebody freaking out.
Yeah, someone trying to carry a bunch of boxes and the boxes all falling over. That's exactly how I would describe it.
Or slipping on marbles.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Or trying to carry bowling balls or something. Okay.
Something
or
like
stepping
that.
on a rake and you get hit with the nuts.
Not so much that, because that's more just like straight pain and unlucky. And I would say mine's more just crazy.
Trying to juggle a lot of things.
Just trying to, because I also have to work on my set, because I try to do new material every year. So I have all these new jokes that I'm testing out, and also trying to get this video together, and then make sure that everybody's got merch people and just all that crap. And also trying to sell tickets. So yeah, it's many things.
I've got to figure out why I haven't been sleeping lately. I keep waking up at about 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I cannot get back to sleep. So I've been up since 2:45 this morning. I simply cannot. So then
Was it that murder?
Huh?
That you witnessed?
It was not the murder that I witnessed.
Okay.
No.
Just curious.
No, it wasn't the murder that I witnessed. Because I witnessed that murder. Close up. That's why it doesn't cause me any sleepless nights. No, I just, the last 2 or 3 nights, I don't know what it is. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and then physically cannot get back to sleep. So then I'm just on my phone. So then I'm writing things for the show. I'm looking around online. That's why when people, they're like, why are you tweeting at 3:45? I'm like, because I'm up.
Well, do you think having your phone nearby is a bad thing for you to be able to fall back to sleep, or you'll just lay there
because
wide-eyed?
I'll lay there with my brain racing, and I can't get back to sleep.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's why
because I'll put my phone down. I will periodically put my phone down. I'll go, all right, I'm gonna try it again. Do a different position. Sleep. I got a great pillow. Bed's awesome, right? I can't do it. So then about half an hour later, pick my phone up again. Let's see what's going on now. Then the sun's coming up, taking the garbage out, that kind of stuff.
What knocks me out is rain sounds, like the sleep sounds.
It was raining last night.
Well, like that's why I use the recorder ones.
I see what
it's consistent. So I use that, and then just reading before I go to bed, because then you get tired, you get your brain like calms down. And most of the time I have to go back and reread what I was reading, because I get into that like auto brain where you're just like turning pages.
What the hell do you read?
Well, I've done that too, but you get tired reading because you're physically using your eyes and your brain. You get tired, but then when I close the book, I'm not tired anymore. I just lie there. So I'm like, the book was making me tired, or a TV show or something.
Yeah.
Okay, it was making me tired.
Well, TV shows
and I
work.
I will always go to sleep. Like when I go to bed, I'm out.
Yeah.
And I wake up. It's like Brolin in Amityville Horror. Wake up every night about the same time and cannot get back to sleep.
Ooh, haunted house. That's what you got.
It could be.
Haunted house.
Well, this one, when we first moved in, we heard things moving. I heard first couple nights we were in this house, and then we've been in a couple years now.
That was the old owners.
Huh?
That was, oh crap, it's the day. We got to get out of here.
Right. I heard something. I swear to God, the second night we were in that house, I heard something that sounded like it fell off the mantle and smashed on the living room floor. Just like that. And I go out there. There's nothing.
Was it around 3 a.m.?
I don't remember.
You just keep hearing that again and again, and that's what's waking you up?
Yeah.
Just the ghost of a smashed vase?
I don't know. Alan, is your heart rate elevated? My heart rate is never elevated.
Ever?
I'm always cool as a cucumber.
Oh, look at you, Bruce Banner.
I am fried, dyed, and laid to the side. I'm cocked, locked, and ready to rock, Doc. And I don't take anything. I don't drink sleepy time tea. I don't take melatonin and crap like that. Rub one out.
Yes.
I tried that too.
And it didn't work?
That doesn't knock me out. That doesn't make me fall asleep.
Okay.
Nor should it make you young bucks fall asleep either, because you got to be ready for round 2. So that's never made me tired per se.
But getting one out, doing that is different than actually like sex. Like you're always ready for round 2 if I'm having sex, but if I'm just trying to use that as a sleep device, I can definitely fall asleep quickly afterwards.
Doesn't work for me.
Why can't you take a break and then do round 2? Why can't you take...
Well, you don't go right into it. You
take
minutes. But you got to be ready.
20, 30-minute nap.
You got to be... A nap? Nah, you do laps around the living room.
No, you wanna sleep together and cuddle and you know, smoke a cigarette and you know, kind of relive what just happened, and then you're like...
relive
what just
happened.
Here's
a little recap. Here's where you could use some improvement.
Here's my PowerPoint presentation. Hey, you know that thing that we did 15 seconds ago that I just wrapped up? I'd like you to give the X's and O's. Let's go to the tape. Let's go to the videotape.
Alan Cox, Super Sperm.
That's right.
Are you ready to go again?
You'll see here how your hips, you're leading with your hips. You need to drive through your hips. You want to get your butt down. You want to get your shoulders square, and you want to really just drive and power through. That way, you're going to get more thrust, you're going to get more contact, and it's going to be much better for you. All right? Let's get down to it.
That's right. It's my neck, my back, my elbows, and my crack is how we like to do it at Casa Cox. I've got $1,000 here for you. I almost said 100, but that would be far more anticlimactic. It's $1,000. We do our $1,000 bribe. It's the last week for it, but you've got plenty of chances to win once an hour, so good luck.
Your shot at $1,000. Now, text the keyword WIN to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's WIN to 200-200. Good luck from WMMS.
I saw that Charlize Theron is going to play Megyn Kelly in the Roger Ailes Fox News film. I guess Jim Carrey wasn't available because a couple of the photos I've been looking at recently of Megyn Kelly, she looks like Jim Carrey. But Charlize Theron, boy, Megyn Kelly's a beautiful woman, but they are really doing you a favor when they cast Charlize Theron to play you.
Megyn Kelly is just as hot. Like
no, I respectfully disagree with you.
Okay.
No.
Listen, I think Megyn Kelly is a fox, but Charlize Theron is one of the most beautiful women alive.
Gorgeous.
I would go for her alive. She's pretty.
I'm not gonna trust your judgment.
Dead, you wouldn't go for alive. She's the most beautiful, undecomposed woman you've ever seen in your life. So yeah, they're making a movie about
Roger Ailes, right?
Roger Ailes. That's right.
Who's playing him? Because they'll probably get someone that is more handsome than that guy was. They always do that.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I don't know who's going to play.
And they'll have to, like, do the Gary Oldman thing where they put all the makeup
the Winston
on
Churchill thing on him.
Instead of just casting Danny DeVito.
Well, I'll tell you one of the more interesting fat suit castings. You know who Damian Lewis is? Do you watch the show Billions? First couple seasons of Homeland. He's that British guy. He's a ginger. If you watch Billions, he's Bobby Axelrod. He's playing Rob Ford. And they have this big Monty Python fat suit on him where the guy's unrecognizable in it. Like, why didn't you just get a fat actor?
I had a way better casting for Rob Ford.
Who?
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah. Why not?
Put a bald cap on her or whatever. What, did he have a bald head? Or?
Nah, maybe a little bit.
A wispy wig on him.
Wispy wig,
yeah.
sure.
And that would have been perfect.
Yep. Working title of the film could be Wispy Wig. So the characters in this movie, they're going to have people playing Gretchen Carlson, Greta Van Susteren, Rupert Murdoch, and Bill O'Reilly. So it's going to be about the whole...
Fox News scandal.
Yeah, the whole Fox News situation.
But see, I don't want to get the... I want to see the real stuff. Like, I want to know why Bill O'Reilly had to pay, or not even Bill O'Reilly.
Well, we know
Fox
why.
No, but Fox News paid out, $30 million to one person, and I want to know what he did because she signed an NDA. So
but why do you want to know what he did?
Because I want to know.
Listen,
he's nosy.
$30 million is a big no.
Right, but 14 years ago, this was going on with Bill O'Reilly when he told one of his producers. I did a bit on it years ago, where Bill O'Reilly told his producer to like rub her loofah on her or something when she was in the shower. He was looking at her.
But that's not worth.
It's been going on around a long time.
That's not worth $30 million though. They
no,
paid
but I'm
$30 million.
No. What I'm saying is that's the kind of thing. It's not like Bill O'Reilly's got game. If he did, he wouldn't have had to have gone to these lengths. None of these old crones do. So they got to go to all, hey, rub yourself with a loofah. And then the company's got to pay tens of millions of dollars because these guys can't legit get a woman looking in their direction. So I'm just saying it's along those lines. It's nothing where you're going to go, ooh.
No, I was thinking of something.
O'Reilly got game. You're
along
like,
the
no,
line.
it's gross and lame.
I was thinking like rape on, property, like company property or something like that.
I don't think he raped anybody.
But I'm just saying, there's women that have settled lawsuits. You get $500,000, $1 million here, $30 million for one offense.
I think it was. It might not be one offense. It could be something that was ongoing, and so there was that settlement. That's where they decided. Because if he's harassing her on a daily basis, you're going to pay a bigger payout than if it's like a one-time incident.
And if you settle for $30 million, that means that the company thought we're going to be on the hook for way more than that if it goes to court.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But it was funny. Also, when we were in Tennessee, when we would go down for breakfast in the morning, they would have the Today Show on. And it was when we happened to be down there one day, it was like Thursday morning. Now, I didn't really pay attention to the royal wedding. I knew it was coming up because it was unavoidable in the news cycle, but I didn't know when it was. So I think that it's Thursday morning because of the fanfare, and they're talking about it and doing wall-to-wall pre-coverage on the Today Show. Megyn Kelly playing a game called Megan or Megan. And there's contestants holding up little cardboard faces of Megyn Kelly and then Meghan Markle, the princess, soon to be.
No, she is now, right?
She is now, but this Thursday morning when I'm watching this, I go, oh, is that today? And people are like, no, it's Saturday. I'm like, Christ, they're doing all this every day until Saturday? You got to fill up however much time talking about what's gonna happen? So I'm watching the Megyn Kelly thing. She looks like she would have, somebody could have shot her and she would have been put out of her misery.
So she didn't look enthused about it, where she was trying to endear herself to that Today Show crowd.
Oh, she was putting on a good face. Yeah. But there's no way you can be excited about doing that kind of dumb coverage 3 or 4 days out on something like that.
When you have something like that, it's so big to so many people that it's bigger than like the Super Bowl to some people. It's bigger than the Olympics
because it doesn't come around that often.
That's it. Like there's 2, and now you got to wait for all those kids to grow up and before you get another royal wedding.
Yep.
I guess so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The sons, Diana and Charles' sons. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Well, the sons are all grown up, right? So now it's just.
Well, that's what I mean.
Now you got to wait for.
This guy got married to Meghan Markle, and the other one, the bald one, got married to Kate Middleton.
So now you got to wait for Kate's and
so George and the other
those little babies to grow up before you get another royal wedding. So you got to wait 20 years, 25 years.
But I heard a little bit of the recap of the vows and everything, and they're like, and they're traditional vows. But that includes for richer, for poorer. I don't know how you say that with a straight face when you're the prince of whatever, prince of Wales, prince of what are they? The Duke and Duchess of Sussex or something?
Cambridge.
I thought it was Sussex. Well, her title is Princess Henry because they're supposed to take the guy's name. I don't think they're going to obviously call her that, but I think if she took the name, that would be because his real name's Henry. It's not Harry.
Oh, so it is Henry.
Yeah, it's Henry. Because they all have to be named after kings or people in the lineage. I don't know.
So because I know William was the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. That was Kate Middleton and Prince William.
I just remember my ex-wife sobbing when Princess Diana died. That was a long, long time ago. It was like 20-some years ago.
My mom told me about that because when Michael Jackson died, she was like, I've never seen a funeral this big. She's like, the last time we had people crowding the streets like this, it was like Princess Diana. She was like, and that was like terrible.
I remember that my mom had the Princess Diana wedding on VHS. My mom from the 80s, whenever that was. My mom had that, but my ex-wife, when Princess Di got killed in that tunnel, she was inconsolable. But it was, but this Prince William or whatever, whoever this guy is, if he wasn't this guy, he probably wouldn't have gotten this girl.
Of course.
But a friend of mine who is also way into gingers said, give it up for all my fellow pumpkin pounders. You ever heard that? It's so gross. First of all,
that's gross, but I like it.
With all due respect, because I do have friends, I simply do not understand the attraction to gingers.
At all?
Not guys.
Oh, not guys,
Nope. Benedict Cumberbatch, okay, maybe like redhead girls, I get it. And I know I'm a straight guy, and why would I think that a redhead guy was hot? I'm just saying, as objectively as I can kind of look at it, I don't get it. But pumpkin pounders.
That's hilarious.
It's really funny, but I'd never heard it.
You might know this guy, since you watch Walking Dead,
Not anymore,
Bill.
I don't.
No, I'm talking to Bill. Oh. There's this guy named Daniel Newman. He's a ginger, and he's incredibly hot. He was on The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I know who he is. Because he follows everybody on Twitter, and people got all excited, like, "Oh my god, I can't!" And he just retweets that all day, and I was excited first, but then 2 days in,
you see that he follows everybody.
Well, I knew that he followed everybody, and I didn't care about that. But then he retweets every single thing that everyone says to him.
Because he's an ally. He's gay.
I understand that, but it was just like overwhelming. So I'm like, dude, I'm happy for you. Go out there and do your thing, but you are too much to follow on social media.
I'll tell you what,
it
though.
takes work. I sent him a message, and he sent me one back. I was like, wow.
If you work for a cable news channel this weekend, that's when the rubber hit the road. Determining what they were going to cover, because that school shooting happened on Friday, and then the royal wedding, where they're already planning on doing wall-to-wall coverage, was on Saturday. And under normal circumstances, they would have stayed with that shooting, but they're like, we're in the ratings business, and way more people want to watch the royal wedding than watch another school shooting.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately,
so they would
there's
just
a lot more of those.
Yeah, of course. They would cut away to the school shooting and then back to the royal wedding, because that's what people wanted to see.
And when you say for richer or poorer, they're probably poorer now compared to what they used to be.
But they have billions. The royal family has billions.
I understand they have billions, but they used to have half the planet. So,
right, the Holy Roman Empire or whatever.
So
do they have billions?
They're supposed to have billions, yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, they don't have to worry about anything. Yeah.
But just think about that. We're going to have they got some color in there, finally. Thousands of years of a royal bloodline, and now we got some color in it.
Sure.
Oh, it's exciting.
Sure.
Yes, we can.
I mean, she's as light as you can go on the spectrum.
Doesn't matter.
And still be a person of color.
Her mama Doc.
I know.
Crenshaw. Okay? I don't want to hear it.
She's about as dark as you are.
Crenshaw.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm happy to get that.
No, she's a beautiful woman.
On American Princess, they used to go to London and be a tourist. She took pictures in front of the Buckingham Palace, and now she's in it, just chilling with the Queen. What's good?
Oh yeah, but
hey,
Grandma.
Is she still gonna act? Is she still gonna be on Suits?
No,
no, she quit all that. She's like, nope, thank you. This show's going away anyway.
She dumped her boyfriend. She was seeing a guy when. First of all, I just want to throw this out there.
How they meet?
A blind date through a friend. A friend hooked them up on a blind date. Hell yeah. My friends will take pictures of me naked in a bathtub while I'm drunk. Meanwhile,
you're never going to meet a prince that way.
Her friends are hooking them up with blind dates with princes.
He's going to meet Prince Charming.
I don't even understand it. What type of friend do you have?
Naked pictures in the bathtub.
Man. And her friends are just like, I have a guy for you. I'm sure he'll be perfect. And then Prince Harry walks in.
Sure, of course. They're like, oh, hello. That's a panty dropper.
Yeah, but what do you talk to someone like that about? Whatever
you want.
But do they have such a weird, different life?
Yeah.
Nothing is private. Nothing. That'd be so.
Can't go to the sex shop.
Oh, there's a whole list of things that she's not allowed to do anymore. She can't post selfies. She can't go shopping by herself. She can't have her own social media accounts.
Nope.
She can't vote in British elections. She can't wear bright nail polish. She can't sign autographs. She can't go to bed before the Queen. She cannot go to bed before a 95-year-old woman. I mean, she probably goes to bed at 4 in the afternoon, so it's not a problem. But they tell her how deep her hemlines are. So all that, a woman goes, cool.
Ooh, being a princess sounds amazing.
Where do I sign? Yeah.
You're a princess.
I got a break. Yeah, but you're still going from having the life you got
to being a princess.
No, so what? It's not a.
Do you know how silly you sound?
Oh, no. Do you know how silly you sound? Because this is not a Walt Disney movie.
I'm an actress in Canada. Oh, you want to be princess of an empire that's been around thousands of years? You'll be the first black woman.
But she's not.
Sure.
But she's not the heir to anything. It's all.
She is an heir.
No, to what?
You just got to kill 4 people, and you'll be the heir.
I don't think so. I don't think she's an heir to anything. It's all tied up in her husband. It's all tied into the monarchy. That's what I mean. So you give up a whole bunch of stuff for that, and if you grew up watching Disney movies, I guess that's what you want.
Get out of here.
Imagine, Pound Cake, they were like, all those things I just rattled off, you can't do anymore.
Cool.
You can't post you don't run your own social media accounts anymore.
Yeah, no more Throwback Thursdays for you.
That's cool.
You're going to sit in that cold, dark castle all day long?
Yes! And forget about all of y'all.
Right. And do what? Sit there with your thumb up your ass?
I'll have a motorcycle doing wheelies.
Nope.
No,
you
can't do any of
Can't
that
do
stuff.
that.
And I can do it in the palace.
You're going to do wheelies in the palace?
Yes.
All right, well, I hope you do. All right, listen, I got a break. I'm way late here. 35192. You want to text or get to us at AlanCoxShow.com.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
Get 60% off laser hair removal at Ideal Image.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Side in the DMs.
Hi.
One time. That was a joke that you guys weren't here for, but we enjoyed it. How was everybody's weekend? We all had a good time, right?
Oh,
it was great.
I had a hell of a weekend.
What'd you do?
I did everything. We were in a comedy festival in Columbus. Drove back up Friday night for a show up here. I did a 10K on Sunday.
You did too much stuff this weekend.
I did way too much stuff this weekend.
She had a show in Columbus on Thursday, show in Cleveland on Friday.
Came back down for a midnight show in Columbus on Friday night.
Then back to Columbus Saturday.
Stayed in Columbus Saturday.
Then back to Cleveland.
10K was at 7 in the morning on Sunday.
Yeah. So.
And then I headlined a show Sunday night.
Yeah.
She's a hustler. She's a hustler, homie.
She does it.
Ask about her.
She's doing it. So I did the same comedy festival, and I also did Rock on the Range. There's a huge delay. I'm sure we'll get into that on the show, but it was really fun. I got to perform. Got to they split us into 2 parts, and I got to close the first part before the intermission, which
look at you.
was very fun. And honestly, it was probably my favorite set that I've ever had at Rock on the Range.
That's awesome. Good for you, man.
So that was good.
What'd you do?
Pound cake?
I went to 3 gay clubs in one night. So it was fantastic. And a scenario happened that only really happens in my dreams, but it actually happened in real life, and I was real shook. So I'm sipping my straw seductively on the dance floor, just kind of grooving to the music, just doing my own thing. And this guy, hottest guy in the room, is across from me a little bit. I'm he looks like a stuck-up snob. I'm not even gonna say anything to him because I like to be approached. I like to be chased. But he was cute, Abercrombie-looking boy. Total little twink, but still totally doable. And then as he comes over, he looks like he's coming towards me, but I'm nah, he's not coming towards me. No, he's out of my league. But then he comes up to me. He's just "Is this you?" I'm he has my Instagram pulled up. I was well, yes, it is. And he's we swiped on Tinder. I was what? He was yeah, but she never talked to me though. I'm oh, well, silly me. And so we tried to have a somewhat conversation, but the music was going. So he was you want to go somewhere more private? So we go into the less crowded area of Twist. And then afterwards I go home with him.
Oh yeah, you did.
I was oh my God. I was literally, that's a scenario that only really happens in my head. Usually it requires a little bit more leg and pouting, but I didn't have to do that. He came up to me and just said, "Is this your Instagram?"
So he was searching you out. Now is this going to be one of those situations where he's "How come you didn't tag me in any Instagram pictures?"
No, I don't think so. He's a terrible texter. Because we spent pretty much that whole night and pretty much a lot of the next day together. I didn't leave over there till 1:30. And
nice.
But I text him and he literally replies 6 hours later. He's one of those.
I hate that. That makes me absolutely insane.
Exactly. I'll say something funny and then I'm gonna haha 6 hours later. I'm all right. Well,
not everybody's attached to their phones. So
our friend, the guy that we know, was like that. He'll text me every 6 hours, drive me nuts when he told me to leave alone.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's
sign that you're not a priority. I'm sorry to say that.
No, that's okay. But
that's the worst.
One night was okay.
Yeah, one night's great.
Poking around in there.
Good for you.
Here's something that's kind of funny. I had a very, very vivid dream about one of our listeners.
Ooh.
A lady listener. And
Wilhelmina.
No, not her. It's someone that you know, and I'll tell you after. But she was upset with her man and made a move on me, and I'm this is out of nowhere. It was because they're a real happy couple. So I was really bummed out when I woke up, and I'm
and it was fake.
Well, if it makes you feel better.
Oh, just a dream.
I had a dream that I was running around with the Kardashians in Cleveland.
Oh, good for you.
Well,
maybe a dream like that.
Your dream's more likely to come true than mine.
My dreams are always there's a giant spider trying to get me and I have to escape, and it's my house, but it's not my house. You know what I mean? Those are my
That's a sign of anxiety. Your dreams mean
I'm so
something.
stressed out all the time. It's just crazy, man.
What do you do to? What's a healthy way that you relieve stress?
I honestly don't know.
Well, you
a healthy way?
That out. Yeah,
that's
what I'm saying. Because I know you drink and get high and stuff like that. But
what unhealthy ways?
What about,
I need to get a healthy outlet. Yoga. there's any yoga people out there, let me come take your class for free. And then I'll be more balanced.
Yes, that's a good idea. Yoga would be good for you. Just any sort of like mindfulness would be good for you.
Yeah.
You
I think I'm going to take yoga.
Yeah.
I'm putting it in the universe. We're doing yoga.
Merry yoga. All right. Thanks, guys. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the side in the DMs. My hair, I got it. I'm getting it cut. I'm getting it cut before the comedy tour.
So no more perm? No perm for the comedy tour?
There's not going to be a perm for the comedy tour. I can't stand what it looks like right now. It's too, like, if I put stuff in
very
it.
Kramer-ish.
It's just so, it's too long. And it's like, most of the curls have grown out or they're coming out. So it doesn't even really, like, this is kind of just what my hair looks like when it's longer. And it's just driving me nuts. And I don't like it when it's this long. So, yeah, I'm going to get it cut. Because, like, I style it in the morning, and then it just puffs out as the day goes on. And so I'm just very annoyed with it. So I'm getting it cut. Deal with it. I fulfilled my bet. I did it. Anyway, you were telling me that all you did last night was watch Basketball Wives.
Well, I got home, and by the way, side note, my roommate and I have reached peak friendship. We're showing up at the same place. Like, we go to Liquid Planet, and, you know, they have good smoothies and good food, and I was just like...
Their food is good. I really like that.
I was like, I think I want to go there. And, of course, as I pull out, my roommate is pulling in. I'm like, damn it, man. I was like, we're super gay. We're super close. Anyways, so I get home, and I have my food and my smoothie, and I'm watching Basketball Wives. Now, if you don't know about Basketball Wives...
I don't know anything about it. I never watched an episode.
The executive producer of that show and the creator is Shawnee O'Neal, which is Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife. So she pretty much is like the ringleader, and has all these, you know, bitches there, flaunting
mothers,
sure, flaunting their wealth, and you know, they got to make it's a housewife show, so you got to make it, you know, drama filled. Yeah. And I was just living for it because it's immediately the first episode, like, this chick slept with your ex-husband, and I was like, here we go.
But why, like, everybody sleeps with everybody. Like, that's like the world. Why is it such like a big deal when they find this stuff out? Like, why did none of these people have skills on how to just be, like, adults?
I don't know. All I know is...
Like, if I find out someone slept with someone that I also slept with, I'd be like, okay.
But there is friendship. Like, it's just like bro code. Like, that's like you sleeping with one of my ex-boyfriends.
No, I don't think that would happen. Never say never. But yeah, I just don't get the, like, if you're running in certain circles, you're hanging out at the same places, that crap's going to happen. And none of these people have, like, a very high moral compass where they're, like, above any of that stuff. They all do it. So I don't know why they act like they're so outraged when it happens.
Because it's a reality show and you want to promote yourself in the best light, and sometimes
but why
you
do you enjoy watching that stuff? Like,
it's escapism. I like it.
It's so contrived, though. I can't escape in something that is that phony, like that false outrage. Like, that stuff makes me nuts. I don't know. Like, I kind of got into...
And the women are pretty. They have money. Yeah. You know, they have fat booties. So I don't know. I just find it fascinating, and you know, they live the lap of luxury, and they're banging rich athletes, which is something that I, you know, aspire to do one day.
Banging rich athletes, but you have to get athletes to be out. That's the thing.
No, I don't. They can be on the DL.
I guess you actually might be able to make more money off of them if they are on the DL.
Extortion.
I really
just kidding.
I'm curious as why, like, we would not be friends if it wasn't for this show.
Probably not.
You're pretty like, some of the things you stand for, I'm just, like, not okay with.
I mean, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't have to extort anybody because they would know I had the upper hand.
Would you be happy if you and Kevin Love actually...
216-578-1007 to join us, or 800-348-1007, 35192. Give me a text if you're listening to the show on iHeartRadio from out of state. Let me know where you do that. Give you a pin on our bureau chief map. Becky listens in Austin, Texas. Justin is a new bureau chief in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, right there on the southwest side. Charity listens in Parachute, Colorado. And they are just a few of the hundreds and hundreds who check in on the app. So thanks. By the way, in the break, everybody was hitting me up, Pound Cake, that there is another royal wedding coming up to tide you over. That Andrew and Fergie's daughter is all growed up.
Nobody gives a crap about her.
Well, okay. It doesn't have the zing. Exactly. it doesn't have. They were hot back in the day. Andrew and Fergie. That was like one of those big royal wedding deals too.
Who's Andrew? Is that
Prince
Charles's...
Andrew and Sarah Ferguson is her name, I believe.
Oh, okay, is that Prince Charles' brother?
Maybe. Maybe.
No,
I don't know.
Nobody cares.
The lineage is... I'm just saying. I mean, for people who want... Doesn't have the zing of a Meghan Markle.
I like Meghan. I watched... I heard of the Kate Middleton and Prince William wedding. Like, I just didn't watch it because it wasn't relatable. This is a black girl, an American girl from Crenshaw, okay? She's one of us. She's American and she's black. It resonates with me.
I understand.
So I watched.
She's biracial, you're biracial. You both got white dads. I get it.
I just had flashbacks from the Princess Diaries. Miracles happen once in a while.
I love, though, that they have tried, they really tried to keep the Hillrod side of her family
from being there.
Down below.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her nephew got arrested in a club in London because he was packing a knife because he said Trump said London's real dangerous. So she's got a lot of waterhead babies in her in her family. Tyler Dooley, 25 years old, Meghan Markle's nephew and a professional pot grower, tried to get into a club with a knife, and they wouldn't let him in.
Well,
and the cops ended up coming. He said he brought it because Donald Trump said London wasn't safe.
Well, there's a reason why only her mother was invited to the wedding. It's always at the end where the girl...
So why was this dude in London?
Because they wanted to come to the wedding.
Oh, they all went to London because we're
family.
Well, because
they're trying to crash the wedding?
No, but they were getting television time.
Ah.
Because you got to fill up all that time, and so even though they weren't part of the wedding or even invited, all these TV stations were like, "Oh, let's talk to the father," or whatever.
They said a long time ago that they were like, "If she doesn't invite me, I'm gonna show up anyways," and they sure did. Like, but it's always that time at the end of the movie where the princess, kisses her prince, and then they have the wedding, and the family members always try to come and crash. They're like, "Wait, let us through," and then the gates close. That's this moment, and they weren't allowed to come. So that's why they were in a nightclub the night of the reception. They weren't at the reception with the rest of the family. So
Andrew is, in fact, Charles's brother. So Andrew married Sarah Ferguson many years ago. That was probably in the late 80s, early 90s, too.
Didn't one of the guys give up their crown because they were the one who cheated on Diana? Who cheated on Diana?
That's Prince Charles.
That's Charles,
yeah. So Charles...
He married Camilla Parker Bowles,
so
who was visually more than a few steps down from Princess Diana.
And she was a jump-off, right? She was like the mistress?
Yeah, I think he probably felt like... I don't think that he and Princess Di had that much in common. I think that was more along the lines of kind of an arranged thing. I don't know.
But why? She was a school teacher. Like, she wasn't... Like, he didn't have to marry her if she didn't want to. She was like... She had no real tie.
Well, I don't know how any of that works. I'm sure there's a lot of pressure on your family to get somebody who's... I don't know. But
I think school teachers should all be princes and princesses. That's where I stand.
Bill Squire, everyone. That's a hot take.
That's right.
So the next royal wedding is going to be Princess Eugenie and her longtime boyfriend, Jack Brooksbank. So, boy, if that doesn't blow your skirt up, I don't know what is. She's going to marry her longtime boyfriend. Her father is the Duke of York.
No one will get... It won't get televised. No one cares.
No, it's going to be televised.
It'll be televised, but it's not going to be to the level of
It's not this. It's not Meghan Markle.
It's not direct.
Because it was one of Princess Di's sons. So it was still marinated in the whole Princess Di nostalgia. Whereas I've never heard of Princess Eugenie. But congratulations to them and whatever else they got going on.
Prince Charles, we will not have another... Will we not have another King of England? Like, when this queen goes, what happens then?
I have no idea.
Because Prince Charles gave up his crown, I thought, after he disgraced Diana, right?
I think those guys, like, wait for Queen Elizabeth to die, but then, like, they're not next in line. I don't know how it works. I genuinely don't know how it works. I don't pay attention to the weddings. I don't know.
I'm just curious. I mean, it's not like they have any power anyways. They're not, like, reigning over any type of, like, people. They're just...
They're the figurehead, yeah.
Because they're
it's
still
separate from the parliament, and yeah.
And can someone challenge him? Can I fight Prince Charles on a waterfall to try and be King of England? Because I'll do it. I'll beat up that old 70-year-old man.
I'm more interested...
On a waterfall?
Yeah. See, you should have seen Black Panther and you get the reference.
I don't know that I would...
Is this your king?
I would not assume that those guys could not kick ass on a waterfall. I don't know.
I'm more interested in, like, the low-key royalty, the royals that you don't know about.
Oh, like countries. Loki and Thor, Odin?
No. Like the king of, like, Switzerland or, like, Dubai. Like those sultans, like those are mega rich.
I should be
people.
way the net worth of the royal family is $500 million.
That's it. 500 million. That's
yes,
it?
only $500 million.
But it's like 36 of them.
They used to own countries, so
they got to split it up.
Definitely like a drop.
That's not a lot.
How are we going to live on $530 million?
Beyonce and Jay-Z have more than them.
J.K. Rowling has more than them. She's a legit billionaire. I should really have a head full of Queen Elizabeth knowledge, because when we went to Corsica a few years ago, one of the only stations that was in English was the BBC. And at that time, this would have been September, Not that BBC, Bill. The British Broadcasting.
I was going to say, the rules are different over there.
It was nonstop BBC. Every channel we went to, I was like, God, give me a white guy somewhere. No, but they were celebrating something at that time. It was like Queen Elizabeth had been the monarch for 70 years or something, and so they were showing all this old file footage. So I'm just kind of lying there half drunk, coming back from the beach. I'm like, I'll get some Queen Elizabeth knowledge. But it all went in one ear, not the other.
I always see her pissed.
Not like I'll ever be called upon to provide someone with that information anyway.
I mean, I just always see her pissed. I don't think she wants to be queen anymore. I think she just wants
She doesn't want to be alive anymore.
She's 92.
She's like that 113-year-old lady in Ohio. She's just done. Or that
never see her
128-year-old Russian lady that never had a good day.
Yeah, I've never been happy a day in my life.
Well, let the queen be happy. Like, she's not in a retirement home. Like, what does the bitch have to be mad about? Like, she could retire fine and pass the crown on to somewhere else. Why does she have to be miserable all the time? I never see her smile. I never see her hug anybody. I never see her, like, chill or laugh or anything.
Imagine you had her schedule.
She doesn't do anything.
She does. She has to go to all kinds of state events. She's got she's like she's like Burger King for the monarchy. She's got to show up places. She's got to be in parades. She's got to wave, and she's 92, and she's still pretty spry. I think, and she's still got a good head on her shoulders. I think.
Have you seen her speak?
Yes.
I haven't seen her.
She's lucid. I mean, she's, yeah, so.
You heard her speak, you mean?
Yeah, I haven't. Well, I'm talking about like on the TV, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she speaks.
So imagine if you had that schedule and you were 92. You're 25 and you'd pitch a fit if you had to do half the things she's got to do in a week. Think about that.
Well, she got some pretty crowns and gowns and stuff. And she sits on a
Did
throne.
he say she got pretty crowns and gowns? Did you say
Yes.
she got?
Yeah.
And again, the University of Akron weeps tears of blood. Alan Poundcake's killing me. After Elizabeth, it's Charles, William, George, and then George's children. Okay, I wouldn't know that either. I don't know the line of the line of ascension. Is that what it's called?
Why am I killing him? For what?
See, I think what you were saying, though, was that Charles gave up his right to the crown.
No, Queen Elizabeth's uncle, King George, abdicated the crown. That's how she became queen.
Okay, I knew somebody gave up the crown, and I thought it was because Charles cheated on Diana, and he disgraced the family. So he was like, okay, I step down. I take that out of my inheritance or whatever.
Can you imagine if that really disgraced the family with everything that they've done?
Yeah.
With everything that they've done in that family.
And the things that we don't know that they've done.
History.
Yeah.
The history exists.
Yeah.
One of the kings of England
was killing his wives because they wouldn't give him a male heir. And it would be crazy.
He couldn't get divorced, so he just killed his wife and get a new one.
It would be crazy hence the Anglican Church. It would be crazy to be able to trace your bloodline back.
Thousands.
To like the 1400s or the 1200s.
I go back to like the 1500s.
You do?
Yeah, like that's how far back we got. And my last name's Squire. I'm
that's
white
true.
as can be.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. I have a right to that throne. I'm going to beat up that old man on that waterfall.
Wow.
Wakanda style.
There can be only one. You're the Highlander.
Right.
All right.
I just know mine just stays here, like Mississippi. That's it. Tupelo.
Did you say Tupelo?
Tupelo.
Pardon me?
Tupelo, Mississippi?
Oh, you're doing an accent. Well, Tupelo is my father's hometown.
I'm aware.
So when you say Tupelo, I don't know if you're trying to say Tiparillo.
I was trying to say it with the twang,
what you're
but
saying.
it didn't work. You know, I'm terrible at accents.
I know you are.
And I wasn't born in the South, so.
I know you weren't.
What if you
just
guys
talk
ended
like
up
you
being
were.
related?
Right.
He
Hey,
probably owned my
I
family.
would be proud to have a pound cake as a relative.
Probably owned my family.
We probably did.
And then.
So get to work.
Circles back around. Now I got to torture you.
I'm gonna get me a shotgun and kill all the whiteys I see. I'm gonna get me a shotgun and kill all the whiteys I I see. When I kill all the whitest I see, and whitey won't bother me. Gonna get me a shotgun and kill all the whitest I
see. Tribe game tonight. They are in Chicago to play the Cubs at 7:05. A nice article on Mike Clevenger at TheRinger.com. Did you read that?
I did not read that.
The
but
art
I love him.
of Mike Clevenger. We've had him on the show a couple times over the years. He doesn't believe that forests exist. Oh, boy, that's not true. We've talked conspiracy theories with him, and he said that was one of his favorite ones. He doesn't subscribe to it, but it is a great conspiracy theory that forests don't exist. But they're like, look, this guy is playing some of the best baseball of his life, but he got fined because he was wearing bright cleats. He thinks that Major League Baseball should be more like the NBA. He's like, people are in the NBA because it's sports, but it's fashionable. Mm-hmm. They're tastemakers when it comes to things like that. He's like, why can't baseball do that?
And he got fined. I think it's just because they were bright. It's because they had a message to his mom on them.
Okay.
And so he got fined for that. And he's like, yeah, I knew going in I was going to get fined.
Sure. He got chewed out over his cleats.
Stupid.
Yeah. But, yeah, good article on him, how he's like, he's this dude, boy, in the clinch. He's a guy you want to have on your team.
He's getting better and better.
Yeah.
It's been cool to watch him go from a guy in, like, the minors to being one of our rotation guys. And he's going to move up into, be even higher in the rotation.
Yeah.
Love him.
I like his hair.
That's what they said. They're like, he's a fun dude. He's obviously got the long hair. He's got the tattoos. And, kind of let this guy be who he wants to be. He's a Florida boy, I think. Isn't he from Florida? You say he was from Jacksonville or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
So anyway. So Tribe game tonight in Chicago to play the World Championship Cubs, yes?
From a few years ago.
Oh, who won last year?
The Astros.
They did?
Yeah.
The Houston Astros?
Yes, the Houston Astros won.
Who cares about the Houston Astros, boy? Didn't they just play the Tribe over the weekend?
Yes.
Did you hear the guy drop the line about slavery?
No.
Speaking of owning people, during the Tribe Astros game, this guy's a former player who's in the booth now. His name's Preston Wilson, and he's since apologized. But, these guys, listen, in this business, you're talking off the top of your head 98% of the time, and something's going to slip through from time to time. See if this will play for me.
I don't know how you guys feel about this, Blummer and Baggy, but for me, it was the slider. I can take the fastball, but I actually had somebody ask me if I could go back in history and change one thing. I skip right over slavery and went to the slider. Yeah. That's how I feel about
it. Oh, my God.
He's a black guy, whatever. If I could go back in history, I would, slavery, keep that, get rid of the slider, boy.
He's trying to make a point. And
That's
he's
right.
Trying to,
he made it.
Maybe not the best analogy to use, but that's how much he hates the slider.
That's right. And he's not talking about the hamburger. He's talking about the pitch.
That is unbelievable. I'm not even going to comment on that.
mentally prepared for that.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't mentally prepared for that, Preston, but here we go. The count is 2-2.
That's hilarious.
Slavery. Your thoughts? So, yeah, that was during the Houston Tribe game on Saturday, I believe. And he has said, hey, sorry. Since then. We were also talking about awful sports busts. Yesterday we were talking about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, yeah. I know where you're going with this.
If you the Brandi Chastain plaque,
yes.
Did you see that? Maybe it's just soccer players that they can't nail on this thing. Brandi Chastain, she was on the Olympic soccer team, right? Was it that gold medal soccer team from back in the day? And they made a plaque of her. She got inducted into the San Francisco Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame. It's a mouthful on Monday. And yeah, she's part of that gold medal team. They said it looks like Babe Ruth.
It's so bad.
It's real bad. I don't know how... You think whoever you commission to do a plaque like this, they're going to nail it.
Yeah,
there's going to be little variations, sure, but it shouldn't look that different. She's a beautiful woman, by the way.
Looks like John C. Reilly.
Yes. Right. It looks like a lot of people besides her. Looks like a clean-shaven Mike Ditka.
It's so bad.
How this plaque came to be, they said, is an embarrassment.
So does she pretend
for the Bay Area Hall of Fame?
If you want to see the plaque, you can go to @BillSquire on Twitter. I just retweeted it. and it is so bad.
Yeah.
So do you pretend that you like it just because someone put their hard, like long hours into it or whatever?
I mean, she's being a good sport. She's standing there next to it and talking about it. And... Don't look at
It's not the most flattering, but it's nice. Thank you very much.
It's not the most flattering, but it's nice. I mean, these girls, it was her, it was like Mia Hamm. Those were those big soccer girls, right?
Yeah, and it was like a giant upset.
That's right. So, but these girls are like my age now, I think.
And all those girls together made almost $15,000.
Wow, they cashed in.
Yeah.
Good for them as a team. Well, it's team sport. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know why they can't nail soccer players, but people were like, Brandi Chastain is a fox, and this plaque doesn't look anything like her. Some people thought it looked like Bill Belichick.
It's very bad.
You don't ever want, even if you are an unattractive woman, or another man, frankly, you don't want to be mistaken for Bill Belichick.
If you're Bill
Mickey
Belichick,
Rooney,
you don't want a bust that looks like you.
That's right. Babe Ruth, Jimmy Carter. There you go. Brandi Chastain joins her fellow football player, Cristiano Ronaldo, in having a likeness that is nowhere near their actual face.
This has been
the Alan Cox Show, pandering to soccer fans.
I have a correction for you real quick
Yes.
before we go to break.
Mm-hmm.
British Alan on Twitter said that the royal family's worth around $88 billion as
No,
of
they're
2017.
not. Guaranteed that's
as of
not
2017, it's
Guaranteed.
from
I guarantee you that's not true.
They just said it was from Forbes. I'm just reporting what I see.
$88 billion?
Yes. It's on Forbes.com.
That doesn't mean it's true.
Okay, well, that's
Trump called them saying he was a billionaire. Guy's worth
but they didn't report that.
Okay, well, where did you find your sources from? How do you know it's $500 million instead of $88 billion? What makes your source so credible?
Somebody texted me.
Oh, okay. So this is from Forbes.com.
I don't get my information from Alan Cox Show parody accounts. I'm sorry.
Maybe
All
they
right,
wrote it in euros.
Yeah, but it's not that different. $88 billion.
Okay, well, look it up.
I'll look it up.
I would believe that because
It's been a long time. They've been in power.
Yeah, they've been in power for a long time, and they own so much stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So,
well, I'm going to look into it.
Good. I'm glad.
There's a teaser for you. Yeah, okay. Hey, David Cross is on the road. He's doing a stand-up tour called Oh, Come On. And it's going to get him back to Cleveland to do the Agora on July 29th. So if you like David Cross, and I do, we'll get tickets for you coming back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
Hey everybody, welcome to Sign in the DMs. Hanging out with Mary Santora, who is on this year's Alan Cox Show comedy tour. Fresh off her shows at the Funny Stop this past weekend.
Yeah, it was
How did those go?
It was so fun. It was awesome. A lot of listeners came out, so thank you guys for coming out, which was really cool. It was a great time. It was great. No complaints.
That's good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
So here's what I was thinking about. I did something yesterday that is one of my favorite things to do, and it's just one of those simple pleasure things that brings me so much joy, and it was just what I like to call clean sheet day.
Oh, yeah.
So that's one of those things that whenever thing isn't quite right in my life, I know if I do clean sheet day, I'm going to feel a little bit better about myself.
Right.
Especially when you do like the whole thing. Like I even wash my comforter. Which,
all of it, yeah.
I don't always do that.
Do you know what you'll never experience is clean sheet day with freshly shaved legs?
Oh,
that
you do not know that I will not experience that.
It's fantastic. It adds a whole nother level to it. It's
you'll do it
sick.
just for that that one experience.
Dude,
just
shave your legs.
But it's so much, like, there's so much legs.
Yeah, but so much legs or so much hair?
So much legs. So much legs. I have a lot. Like, I'm a tall dude.
Got a lot of leg.
Got a lot of leg.
Use the beard trimmer at first.
Oh yeah,
like, trim
but
it
then
all
it's
down
just is it gonna be worth it for all that?
Yes.
All right.
I'm telling you,
You
if
say
you
so.
appreciate clean sheet day that much, it would be worth it to shave your legs.
What's one of your simple pleasures? A simple thing.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just like cleaning my room. Like if I go, cause I'm not home a lot, so like laundry will pile up, or like I'll have crap all over my desk or whatever. when I can look at my room, like my bed is made and everything's what it's supposed to be, and all the clothes are like folded and put away.
It adds some comfort to your life.
Yeah, I just look at it and I'm like okay, like vacuuming when I can tell like a rug has just been vacuumed.
Ooh, I like vacuuming, and one of the things that I used to love in the house that we lived in Lakewood, when we first moved to Lakewood, we had these like thick green carpeted stairs. So like the carpet was, and I would get high and then I would like make these lines on the stairs.
Yeah, dude.
And like I would do them like at an angle and like it'd be all just right. Yeah, and it looked
so
great.
Good.
Yeah, so I was really proud of that, and like really that was just very, very satisfying to get that done.
Yeah.
So things like that are really enjoyable to me.
Yeah.
And then also skipping a day, like you go a day without showering, and then you take that shower and you feel like the best cleanest person. Yeah, because you felt like such garbage. You're like, why do I feel so garbage-like? Why do I feel...
You're dirty.
Because you're dirty. Because you're a filthy, dirty boy. And
filthy, dirty boy.
Filthy, dirty boy, yeah.
No, yeah, that's a good one.
And now you're all clean. So, yeah, things like that. Just basically... not living in filth is something that I really enjoy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I always like to do? Because I'm so good at being in relationships.
Yeah.
When I was living with my ex and he would be in the shower, if I was being particularly sweet that day, I would put his towel in the dryer.
That's so nice. That's so nice.
And then so it was nice and warm when he came out.
One of my ex-girlfriends had a towel warmer.
Ooh.
So it would just
Was it a dryer?
No.
Really?
Because it goes in your bathroom.
Okay.
And it goes right by the shower, so then when you get out of the shower, you get that same sensation.
It's like the perfect thing in the wintertime.
It was like $50 or something.
So
like
nice.
it's something that I'm surprised I haven't gotten yet, because that's just such a good feeling to have that.
That's a treat yourself.
That is absolutely a treat yourself. But it's worth it. Like that and a bidet. Are you a bidet fan?
I've never used one.
Oh, how you slept at Polk's house last night?
Does he have one?
In the downstairs.
Oh, I use the upstairs.
That's the secret. You go downstairs. Got a bidet.
I've never used one. I feel like it would be so weird.
It's wonderful.
What I know it's not like this, but I think of like a Crazy Daisy. You remember those?
It's not like that at all. No.
Like those things you would play in
you don't have to try and match your asshole up to
like,
it.
Ding. I don't know, man.
Oh, you're so ridiculous.
I guess.
All right, well, we'll be right back. Thanks for watching. So you're just saying that you have a lot of anxiety today. I've had definitely my bouts with anxiety in the past. Right now I'm on a pretty good spot with it, but I think anxiety is one of those things that it's so crushing, but then once you get past it, you're like, why? Why was I so...
But it's just so weird, though, because there's nothing that triggers it. Like, anxiety and depression are two different things. Depression is something that's prolonged. Anxiety could really just happen...
I'm going on 36 years.
Yeah, I mean, like, anxiety could just be happening in an instant like that. And mainly, I get it when there's, like, a lot of, stuff on my plate, and sometimes nothing at all. When I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I really don't have anything to do. Why am I so on edge? Like, things aren't going my way, or like...
One thing that gives me anxiety is starting projects. Whatever it is. Like, I just moved out. Just getting that going is so hard for me. But once I get going, then I'm fine. But it's finding that first place to start. And that's a lot of where my anxiety shows itself. And that's why I was diagnosed with ADD or ADHD. I don't remember which one I had. Probably ADD. But I would be so anxious about doing certain projects that I would do one, move to another, then move to another, because I needed to keep, like I would feel better if I was doing a bunch of things, and then if I didn't get them done, I'm like, well, I got so much on my plate. So I'd like create anxiety for myself, and I've learned to manage it and just be like, okay, just start, and you just kind of have to give yourself a pep talk and just go, hey, just do it.
See, my whole thing is I have real trouble living day to day. Like, I can't take one day at a time. I think it started in middle school or high school or whatever, whenever they tell you, what do you want to do 10 years from now? Where do you want to be 5 years from now? And that internal timeline is there, and clock is ticking, and I'm just like...
Oh, you got to get over that. I'm 36 to live with my parents. Like, there's no timeline. Time is a construct.
No, because you have limited days on this earth. So I'm like,
yeah, but some days you're gonna do more, and some days you're gonna do less.
And I just think
you're going to freak yourself out and stress yourself out.
That's what I'm doing,
and that's why you gotta stop it. You're in a good spot, and you're building.
But what defines a good spot, though?
You're on a good show. You're very popular on that show, and you're moving forward. You get better at this show every day.
But that's the thing. I wish I could take it day by day, because then I'm like, where's the end game? And it messes with my mind.
Yeah, and you gotta let that go. You have to set goals that you can achieve that don't have to do with outside influences, because your goals require a lot of other things to happen for you to attain.
I know, and I'm always thinking about how is this going to happen?
And things that are out of your control. Now, if you want to move towards those goals, you have to. I mean, they're not impossible goals, but if you say you want your own show, you need to start doing something to get your own show, whether it's just starting a podcast or just listening to things back or asking Alan for advice or just doing demos and stuff like that to get more comfortable conducting a show per se.
Yeah, no, it's always about the timeline. And I'm looking like, okay,
I would also loosen up on the timeline, because life just doesn't work that way.
I know, but like when I was 18, I was thinking about what I would be doing at 25. And now that I'm 25, I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to be when I'm 30? Okay. And I'm sure when I'm 30, I'm going to be like, what's the end game for 35? So I'm not living in the moment. I'm living in the future, if that makes sense. Like, I'm doing things.
And that's where all your anxiety's coming from, because you can't live in the moment. Be here now. That's what you got to do. You got to be in this moment, in today, because there's nothing, you're not changing anything for the future, or you're not even, there's nothing you can do about the future right now. But the best thing you can really do for the future is enjoy the present. You can plan for the future, but you can't be in the future.
Who needs a psychiatrist when you got this guy right here?
That doesn't making all this shit up.
Well,
it sounds good, right?
Sounds good.
Okay, I feel like I know some things. I've done a lot of therapy. Some of it's taken.
I used to have one. The last time I went to a therapist was before I even came out as gay, and I remember she made me take like a questionnaire, and like the last question.
Questionnaire just sounds gay.
It was a questionnaire, and the last question she had on there was, "Do you think your life would be different if you were female?" And I marked yes. And that was the last time I ever saw her, because I don't know if my mom thought it wasn't helping. And I never saw her again after that. So I marked a yes. My life, and I do think my life would be totally different. I was just talking about this last night with Taylor. I was saying, could you imagine like years down the line if I have a kid and that kid comes out gay? Like, he's going to have to come out gay. Because, like, what if he comes out straight? Like, my sperm makes a straight man.
South between Miles and Broadway Forbes. Watch for flooding in the right 2 lanes of 480 eastbound under the Jennings Freeway. You have an accident blocking the right shoulder 480 westbound at the Valley View Bridge. You're slow from Warrensville Center Road and the Interbelt South off the pace between Lakeside and Prospect Avenue. I'm John Crawford in the Traffic Center.
This report is brought to you by Quaker City Motorsports Park in Salem. Friday through Sunday, May 25th to 27th, Quaker City Motorsports Park presents the Nostalgia Classic Weekend with funny cars, dragsters, and more. It's racing and entertainment at Quaker City Motorsports Park in Salem. Memorial Day weekend. Visit QuakerCityMotorsportsPark.com.
Alexa, where did I leave all those killer tunes?
They're right here on the radio.
Ask Alexa to play WMMS on iHeartRadio.
Time to get stuff away. Get stuff away.
All right, let's get you a couple of tickets for comedian David Cross, who was on his Oh Come On tour. Gets him to the Agora on Sunday night, July the 29th. If you've never seen David Cross, it's a scene, man. Or if you want to see him again, be caller 14, and this pair of tickets is yours. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
I met Alan.
Did you?
I gave him marijuana.
Oh, great.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
$35192 on a text. AlanCoxShow.com for everything else. Our live stream at our YouTube channel. Go to AlanCoxShow.com. The Christie's Instagram hotties are up there as well if you'd like to peruse those. Volume 2 of those. We announced the 4th annual Alan Cox Show Foot Golf Tournament at the top of yesterday's show, putting people on my team, last year's champions. We're called the Grass Kickers. And if you'd like to join my team, we'll do it around 5:20 all this week. Next week will be Bill's team, Manchest Hair United.
Yes, I have a logo now, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you got to have a logo.
Yeah, I'll post that next week when we're putting winners on my team, but it's by one of your teammates actually made it for me. Joe made it. So.
There you go. A little cross-pollination.
Yeah.
Yep. And then that third week, we'll do Pound Cake's team, the Putt Pirates. He has yet to win. I've won 2 of the 3 years. Bill's team has won the third. Erica and Pound Cake still winless in the annals of Alan Cox Show foot golf. So we'll go back out to Mastic Woods on June the 10th. And if you'd like to join us, all the information's at alancoxshow.com. If you want to try to get on one of our teams, great. You can form your own team. That's great, too. You can vote as to which team you think will win. And you could win all the prizes that the winning team will get, including tickets to see 30 Seconds to Mars, Cleveland Metro Parks golf and foot golf passes, gift cards to Merwin's Wharf, and lots more.
The winning team gets to go see 30 Seconds to Mars?
Yeah.
Man, I want backstage passes?
No, nothing about that.
Oh.
Backstage passes? Are you 12?
Well, because I would want to get like a picture with him. Like, he's cool.
Jared Leto, he's a handsome man, right?
Yep, and he's packing.
He's aged very well. Is he?
Yep.
Huh.
On my Tumblr.
Okay, so before we went to break, we were arguing over the net worth of the royal family. Didn't rise to the level of an argument, just a disagreement over the... So you said that British Alan on Twitter said that the royal family... From Forbes. That's right. From Forbes, that their net worth was $88 billion. According to Forbes magazine, as of last year, the royal family's net worth is $88 billion. Now, as of 2011 in Forbes, 7 years ago, they valued their net worth at $500 million, which is what I said. So you're telling me that it grew 800%, whatever that math is, in 7 years?
Okay.
So one of those is wrong. Okay, it's both from Forbes.
Okay, we'll find another one. Forbes can't be the only credible...
Maybe they bought a bunch of Bitcoin early on.
Or maybe they don't want them to know the net worth of the royal family.
Sure, they're into pump and dump scams. What's that?
They probably don't want us to know the net worth of the royal family. Maybe they want to keep that a mystery. So they can just...
Well, then why are there two such vastly divergent figures here?
Because they want to keep
$500 million or $88 billion.
I don't know. But is that one of the richest families? I mean, isn't
Last year, the Queen got $61 million. She's given money from the Sovereign Grant from the Treasury, which consists of profits from the Crown estate.
Like what? For what?
Well, she has to pay for travel and investitures and garden parties and upkeep. Yeah, it comes out of her cut.
Does the president pay for Air Force One gas?
Well, the president doesn't pay for anything. He didn't even pay for things in his own business.
Yeah, but she's not the president.
Right. She's just a figurehead.
The president is a figurehead as well.
No,
he's the head of the executive branch.
But what I'm saying is he's not paying for his executive chef or his servants to help him out with the White House. That comes out of a budget. So she's not paying specifically, I need my Secret Service. Bostwick. Like, we're going to go into the market.
Bostwick. I called myself Farnsworth Bentley at the wedding because I was holding my wife's umbrella over her. Nobody gets me.
I get it.
Thank you.
Cheese to gents.
Thank you. It's okay.
Maybe next time, just take Pound Cake with you.
Bostwick. Yeah. Okay. So two vastly different sums. Again, I don't care. But you and I both went to the same source. Is all I'm saying. So I'm curious what the.
Well, maybe it was more. They have more information to examine now. So maybe I think. Wouldn't you think the most modern would be the most accurate?
But they're 6 years apart. They're both very modern. It's not like as of 1981 and then 2017. One was 2011, where they were worth $500 million, and last year they were worth $88 billion.
Well, now you think about...
Again, none of this affects our day-to-day lives, so we've probably exhausted more effort than it's actually worth. However, Sue in Bay Village sent me an interesting article. The weirdest perks of the royal family.
Ooh, I like this.
They all have personal valets, so they can have ironed shoelaces.
That they pay for.
Ironed shoelaces?
ironed.
I know.
Yeah, not iron.
Not iron. I know. Ironed
Why
shoelaces.
are my shoes so heavy, Bostwick?
I don't think I've ever had a wrinkly shoelace. I feel like that is a waste of
It might be. They got all this
ironing.
money. They
Yeah.
got to pay people to do some crap. The Queen can ban humor from the BBC. They aren't allowed to air anything humorous for the 12 days between her
I've
death.
watched the BBC. This has been in effect for a long time.
Yeah. I'm a fan of British comedy, but there is a lot on the BBC that is not humorous already. Right. Their potatoes are measured before they're served at Buckingham Palace. It's to make sure they're of similar dimensions and don't throw off the appearance of the dinner plate. I'll pose this question to you, young Cody Brown. Would you take a job at Buckingham Palace as Her Majesty's potato measurer if you got a cut of the loot? How much of the loot would you need to get to be the Buckingham Palace, on Her Majesty's Secret Service potato measurer?
There's variables to this question, though, because how long would I have to be there?
It's your full-time job.
But am I allowed to snitch? Like, do I sign an NDA where
Snitch?
I can't? Yeah, because
What the hell would you possibly have to snitch? I cut potatoes.
You're only in the kitchen and then...
It's not like MI6 has you bugged to get state secrets.
Yeah, but
you're
like,
the potato measurer.
I'm sure they have a dysfunctional family like every family.
Yeah,
so
but
they
you
run
are
in-
clearanced. Like, your clearance is for the kitchen only.
Right. Kitchen only.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to wander around the ground just because you measure potatoes.
It's money.
The Queen has someone. The Queen has someone on staff to break in her shoes, so she doesn't have to walk in new shoes.
But wait.
No washing machines. They're not allowed. Their clothes aren't allowed to be cleaned in washing machines. Everything has to be hand washed. Would you be a hand washer?
Yes.
All right. All of their biscuits have to be warmed in a pan.
Okay.
The Queen prefers to be woken up by Scottish bagpipes. Who would choose that?
Yeah, that's weird.
A piper plays under her window every morning from 7 to 9.
This is a lie.
So
That
if
is a
you're
lie.
staying at Buckingham Palace, it's just as believable as $88 billion.
No, that's not, because you expect the royal family to have money. But bagpipes every morning, some guy's got to wake up and do this crap every morning.
What time is it? Well, it must be between 7 and 9. Time for my pan-warmed biscuits.
That's a bunch of crap. Nobody
My
does that.
shoelaces better be ironed. Pound cake?
This explains why she's never happy, though. If you had to be awoken by bagpipes every morning, there's no way. She might have said it as a joke, and they're like, okay, we'll make it happen.
Scottish
And
people
then-
don't even like bagpipes. Those are my
Awful.
people.
And then, like, the people in there, they're like, who do you think you are, the queen of... Oh.
If you don't start playing that sheep's bladder to my liking, I will make you iron all of my shoelaces, in addition to measuring my potatoes. Pound cake, get in here. Bostwick, you will now be referred to as Bostwick. So a bagpipe morning.
Listen, Grandma.
Do
I'm
they
sick of
hire
this.
different bands, though? Like, is it every once in a while they bring in, like, a special treat and get, like, the Red Hot Chili Pipers?
Or like a Soul Glow person?
Bill Squire, everyone.
That's a real band, though.
Oh, it is? Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. It is. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Red Hot Chili Pipers. Yeah, because somebody hired them and they thought they were getting
the
Yeah,
chili
that's right.
peppers,
We
yeah.
talked about that. No cornered sandwiches. Are these right angles I see on my food?
They are also into the Uncrustables, just like us.
Oh, so good. I just bought 2 big boxes today.
Oh, I haven't had one in a bit.
Yep. The Queen owns all dolphins, whales, and porpoises that come within 3 miles of Britain's shores. Ugh. Is that my dolphin, Bostwick? Make sure my clothes are hand-washed.
How does she own just any animal that goes in? Like,
She's an old woman. They just let her say whatever she wants.
Mm-hmm.
But
Prince
did she-
Charles has a personal toothbrush squeezer.
Well, if that's the case, I'm claiming all the blue whales in the sea.
She can't be writing
Those are
these
mine
rules.
now.
Yeah.
These aren't her rules. Like, someone writes, some white man in a suit, like, okay, Queen, this is what I'm going to...
That's like a writer for, like, diva pop star.
Yes, but this is like her version of policy. Like, she doesn't have any real policies.
And everything's paid by, the Queen's grunt. She doesn't need any identification. She doesn't need a driver's license. I'm the Queen.
Although there is that meme that goes along, that comes on social media every so often of her driving a Range Rover in like a hoodie. She looked real thug in it too. Do you see that meme?
Yes, as thug as she could look.
She
I
drives a
imagine
Range Rover. Obama's not allowed to drive. Trump's not allowed to drive. Why is the Queen allowed to drive?
Well, it's not America, for one, so they've got their own sets of rules. And I'm pretty sure those guys are allowed to drive if they want to. The President of the United States can drive.
Nuh-uh.
If he can do all the other crap he's doing, I'm sure he can drive a car.
I mean, when Obama said that,
Didn't he drive in the Comedians in Cars with Jerry Seinfeld?
But that was on the grounds of the
I know,
White
but I mean,
yeah.
I'm saying he can drive.
Yeah,
they said he was not allowed to drive while he was a serving president, just because it's too many risks.
Yeah, maybe. All right, I've got $1,000 for you. It sounds like a mere pittance. Will you be able to hire your own potato measurer or shoelace ironer? Will you be able to pay someone to keep your biscuits hot? I don't know. Whatever you want to do with it. $1,000. Good luck.
Your shot at $1,000. Now, text the keyword money to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's money to 200-200. Good luck from WMMS.
Now, if you have that $1,000, you might want to blow it on something unadvised. You might not need to pay a bill with it. You might want to spend it on something for yourself. You want to treat yourself. Like this guy just north of Grand Rapids, Michigan, who got held up for his Louis Vuitton bag. What? I don't know what a Louis Vuitton bag will cost you. Probably get one for under $1,000.
Like $900.
You probably get a legit Louis Vuitton for a few $100s, right?
I guess. I have no idea.
This guy, he said, no, I will not give you my Louis Vuitton bag, and you can pry it out of my cold, dead hands. This guy was robbed outside of Grand Rapids by somebody who wanted that bag because they figured, oh, that's a high-ticket item. I'm going to take that. This cat wanted nothing to do with it. He stood his ground, as they say.
No, I said, you're not getting my bag.
Suffice it to say that Jared Cluting is not your average victim.
And then he fired a second shot. He goes, "Demand, give me your bag." And I said, you're not getting my bag.
Confronted by an armed perpetrator who wanted his $1,700 Louis Vuitton.
$1,700.
For a bag?
Really doesn't sound like a guy who'd have a Louis Vuitton bag.
Oh, really?
Bag, Cluting decided to fight back, undeterred by warning shots fired. It was rush hour along Riley Street just west of US 31 when Cluting said the man approached him and immediately pulled out the weapon.
It happened very fast. In one motion, he took the gun out of his waist belt and with the other hand put up a bandana over his mouth and pointed it and was like, "Give me your bag." And I was like, "You're not getting my Louis Vuitton. I worked very hard for this, and this bag I've had forever, and it means a lot to me." And
basically what this guy is saying is that my life is only worth $1,700.
Well, that's what it would cost. He said he's had it for a long time, so it's depreciated since then. So,
but he's willing to get shot for his bag,
$1,200
possibly killed. You don't want to die north of Grand Rapids? In a park?
I want to kill him just for the way he says bag.
This is my bag.
Bag. Midwest.
And I wasn't about ready to relinquish it to some thug that was going to demand it from me.
For Cluting, this bag...
Unhand my bag! I would not relinquish it to you!
You'll be surprised at the designer bags that are worth, like, how much they're worth. There is a Birkin bag that is $82,000.
Well, no. How much something costs is not the same as how much it's worth.
No, this was on eBay for $82,000.
Right,
so
but something's only worth what someone will pay for it. If nobody buys it for $82,000, it's not worth $82,000.
It's a $100,000 bag.
If somebody buys a bag, if somebody buys an $82,000 bag for $5,000, it's worth $5,000. Doesn't matter that you got it for $82,000.
But these things sell for. I'm saying that these things sell for more than that.
Well, he worked a long time to afford his $1,700
that's
Louis Vuitton.
Chump change to a Birkin.
Has special meaning, and he says it was worth fighting for.
I paid $1,700 for it or thereabouts.
I don't know about no Birkin, but I bought a Merkin for $1,700. It served me well.
Real hair?
Real hair. Sure. It's blonde, but still
real.
I love Louis Vuitton, and I saw this bag long before I could buy it, and I saved up my money to buy it. It means a lot to me, and it's just, it's kind of a...
Imagine being such a label whore, and perhaps Pound Cake can identify with this, but imagine being such a label whore that as a grown man, you are saving up to buy a bag. You know, if you're in high school and there's something you got your eye on, you know, you're working your summer job, this is a guy who saw a bag and set upon saving up $1,700. Now, I don't know how long it might have taken him a month, might have taken him 2 paychecks, who knows?
No, there's nothing. First of all, there's nothing that is that valuable to me that I would splurge on like trips and something like that, like vacations or something like that. That's what I would save for.
I like that he stood his ground.
Not a material possession, and it's not worth me. I would give it up in a heartbeat. Like, I want to live.
You know, you should spend your money on experiences, Pound Cake, not things.
And for half that price, he could have got a gun and a concealed carry permit and wasted that mofo.
How do you know he didn't have? What's in the bag? And then you come out with a little baby pink pistol or something like that.
We'll never know.
It represents me, and it was just like I wasn't about ready to relinquish my personal property.
Including captured these photos as police investigated at the scene. Not long after the incident, a nearby deputy noticed a vehicle matching the suspect description, and the alleged perp was arrested. Police almost anywhere will tell you they don't recommend holding on to property against the demands of a robber. That often dangerously escalates things. But Clouding took a risk, and today he says he has no regrets.
You still got your bag, though.
I got my bag. You can pry it out of my cold, dead hands.
I'm telling you,
my cold dead hands.
He's a gay man, and I think he was actually kind of afraid of what the guy would get out of the bag if he were to open it up. So I think. So I mean, I know what I have in my backpack. So
at all times.
You never know when something might happen.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Well, anyway, this guy, you're not going to take my bag.
Don't take my bag.
My bag. Get your hands off my bag.
I got a couple of cans of whoop ass in here.
Yeah, he stood his ground. Good for him. All right, listen. I got a break. Our friend Mike Paramore is going to join us later on. He is your headliner this Friday night for the 9th annual Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour, Night 1. Our friend Mary Santora will headline for you at the Kent Stage on Saturday night. Tickets for both shows, still some available. You go to alancoxshow.com, hit the keyword comedy, and then get all of the details there. And I'm going to have your shot on my foot golf team around 5:20 as well. The Grass Kickers, the returning champs, will go back out to Mastic Woods on June the 10th.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
Allegiant, fly non.
Hey everybody, welcome to Sliding in the DMs special edition, where I'm here with Jeff Davis from Connected Comedy. How's it going? And we're doing Comedy Connected. Whatever, dude. You didn't pay me that much. So we're doing a show together, Saturday, July 21st. You want to just give them some details real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a show for the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and the Adams Board of Cuyahoga County, their Suicide Prevention Coalition. We're trying to raise...
And we're not just doing the show for them. We're doing this as a fundraiser for them, correct?
Fundraiser for them, correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for stopping by, Jeff. Can't wait to perform with you and be a part of this. It's July 21st at the Lakewood Civic Auditorium, and tickets are on sale at standuptogetherohio.com. It is standuptogetherohio.com, an evening of comedy to honor Nick Ramsey. I'll be headlining. Mike Polk Jr. will be there, Mary Santora, and more. There's going to be so many great comics, so make sure you get those tickets. And if you have any questions about being a sponsor, go ahead and email Jeff at standuptogetherohio.com. So you were at work today, but Alan and I got to go and try out the new beer.
Oh, yeah, but I'm actually glad I didn't taste it yet. I want the surprise because, one...
Well, we didn't get the finished product. We had what's called a fermenter pull, so it's not quite there yet, and it doesn't have carbonation, but it was really cool, and it's pretty good.
So at what stage did you taste it? Like, what still needs to be added?
It's got to stay, like, in the... jug or whatever, the barrel, for a couple more days.
Describing it so well.
Yeah, I know, right? I know my stuff. I know my beers. And it is an ale, by the way. It's called Unmitigated Ale. It's a rice ale. I said it was a lager. It's not a lager. It is a rice ale, so people can calm their tits.
I wish we have a can. Like, I wish we could get our own can.
That would be amazing. But,
I know. We're asking too much. It was already enough to get our own beer. But yeah.
But it's really good. It's like a very drinkable but flavorful beer. Like, it's not like drinking a Bud Light. Like, it tastes good from what I had, and it's going to get a little bit more, like, hoppy as it ages. And
did you taste it and we were like, the unmitigated gall of this ale?
It was really good. Like, I chugged it. Like, it was easy to drink.
I'm excited now, so I get first dibs when we do get them in here, or when we are at the comedy show.
Yeah.
So thanks to Great Lakes. By the way, I was waiting till we're on air to see this, to say this. I like the floral pattern in your shirt. What are those little leaves?
I don't know. It's a shirt from Target, and just just trying to step up my game a little bit lately. Just trying to get a little nicer dressed in and stuff. But mostly it's because it was cold today. So
it was.
I went outside and I was just wearing a t-shirt and I'm like, what the hell?
I was like,
it's May 11th and I'm cold and it's like coat jacket weather.
It's gonna
garbage.
Be May. Yeah.
But here's what I want to talk about. What are those people that like know beer and stuff like that? What would you say is your one specialty? Like, what can you talk about and get like nerd deep on it, the way that some people get with like beer? Not dick pics, please.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say the pics, but
right. Like something.
My one nerdy detail, I have to think about it. You go first.
Okay, mine is definitely comedy because I have lived stand-up comedy for the past. I've been doing 14 years now. I've been to a billion shows. I listen to podcasts about it. I go to shows all the time. I watch comedy specials at least once a week or so. And it's just one of those things that I love talking about the art of it. I love when I'm backstage with another comic and we get to shoot the shrimp about things that, you know, are pet peeves, the things that we love, like working on a bit, sculpting, material, all that stuff. Like that is where I go and get real nerdy real fast. And it's, I know because of girlfriends and my ex-wife, like when I get into those conversations, they just like roll their eyes and be like, oh my God, he's going to do his comedy dissertation right now with this. But the other comics are just as into it. Like that's like a bonding moment when you get into like deep comedy talk.
I think mine would probably be, and this may be cliche, and after I say this, people are probably going to roll their eyes, but like pop culture, like celebrity culture, I am a big vault of useless information. What you guys would claim is useless. I mean, we do a rock show on a rock station.
We're on a rock station, but we talk about pop culture a lot.
I know, but a lot of things that Alan's not really interested in, and that's fine. But
I actually have good things to say.
And I'm just gonna say, when it comes to like rap beef or like pop beef, I like to be in people's business. Like I love to see what celebrity culture is like because it's a life that one I can't relate to, and I don't think I could ever understand. I would love to be on a fly on the wall in some of these like conference rooms when these meetings go down, or like when all these, you know, the fights break out at VMAs and stuff. I would love that stuff. I do love the background of that.
Well, one thing that you've gotten me more into is like I don't like Wendy Williams. We've talked about that ad nauseum, but The Breakfast Club, Charlamagne Tha God, like that's.
You watch those?
I watch it from time to time. I'm not like a religious viewer, but there's some interesting interviews on there, and that dude is very good. Like I really appreciate the way he interviews people because
it's a conversation. It's not necessarily an interview.
Yeah, it's a conversation, and you know, there's times when he's got like gotcha questions, but they're not even like I've been waiting all the time. He's asking the questions that people want to know about, and he doesn't let people off the hook. And I really, he does great interviews, and I never feel like he's doing it just to, like it comes across very authentic when he does it. He's not just trying to be like, oh, so you don't like this? Well, let me, you know, he's not trying to catch people off guard.
Yeah, I like the fact.
He lets it happen organically.
I like the fact that, you know, these people are people we watch on TV. They're good looking. They're good looking people, so that catches my interest. You know, they have lots of money. That catches my interest. Globe-trotting all over the world, and I can't relate, and I want a piece of that life. So whether it be their nudes on my phone, or they be, you know, how many ex-wives they have, or their big mansion, how many rooms does it have, I like to know that stuff because it's escapism. And just like you watch a movie or you watch a comedy show to escape, I'm like, let me watch old episodes of Cribs. Let me watch this interview about how this guy has like groupies waiting for him after he gets off the tour bus. I like that stuff.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit. The first time I ever did the Alan Cox Show comedy tour was when the old co-host was still on the show.
So you were on when the other guy was on?
Yeah. So I did the comedy tour. It was the second year that they did it, and
it just goes to show you, you never know who will take your job. Well, it's like you never know who you're going to marry. It's like you never know who's going to take your job.
Right.
You might
so that's not the drama though. The drama was, this was a big deal for me. It was, you know, House of Blues, and then we did 2 shows that night, and my ex-wife was doing merch with her friend for all the comics, but I wasn't on the show.
Data breach, call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Watch for flooding in the right lane of 480 eastbound under the Jennings Freeway. 480 eastbound is slow between Broadway Avenue and Warrensville Center Road. Inbound East Shoreway is heavy between Aviation High School and Dead Man's Curve. And watch for an accident on the right shoulder of 480 westbound at the Valley View Bridge. You're off the pace from Warrensville Center Road. I'm John Crawford in the Traffic Center.
This report is brought to you by Pillow Windows. Spring savings at Pillow Windows and Doors. Get $1,000 off the purchase of 6 windows or 0% financing for 48 months. Visit any of the 6 Pella showrooms or PellaCleveland.com.
The Eastern Conference Final.
It's one game at a time.
Game 5.
The series is never won until it's over.
Tomorrow night, tip-off at 8:30.
Cleveland against the world, let's go!
On WTAM 1100, home of the Cavaliers. From the Final Touch Construction Studios, this is the 50th anniversary of WMMS Buzzard Radio, an iHeart radio station. Ask Alexa to play WMMS on iHeart Radio.
Now back to the Alan Cox Show.
(216-578-1007) or 800-348-1007 in here. You can text me 35192. Email, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that at AlanCoxShow.com. The live stream on our YouTube channel, you can watch that there as well. Cavs looking good last night. They even up that series 2 games apiece, 111-102 against the Celtics. They go back to Boston tomorrow night. That's Game 5. You will hear it on WTAM 1100 as we will be airing the Indians at the Cubs. They start that series tonight, and I'll play them again tomorrow. So Cavs game tomorrow night in Boston, going to be on 1100. 8:30 is the tip-off there. Our Alan Cox Show foot golf tournament's coming down June 10th, if you want to get the jump on that. The details are at AlanCoxShow.com. 520 all this week. Putting people on my team. We're the returning champs. We're called Grass Kickers. Bill's team is Manchester United.
Yep.
And Pound Cake's Putt Pirates. You can vote as to which team you think will win at AlanCoxShow.com. Speaking of Manchester legitimately, today is the 1-year anniversary of the Manchester Arena bombing at the Ariana Grande show.
That was only a year ago?
A year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And she was sending out messages to all of her followers, sending them good vibes.
Did you see the news about who she's dating now?
Yeah.
I'm shocked by
so
this.
SNL is supposedly a boner factory now because it's goddesses rubbing elbows with regular dudes. Scarlett Johansson was showing up so much, she started dating Colin Jost. And now Ariana Grande is supposedly dating Pete Davidson.
Yes, but she's always liked weird dudes. Like
this guy looks like a narcoleptic raccoon.
And Katy Perry was married to Russell Brand. So
yeah, but he wasn't on. But he was like a conventionally attractive dude. Pete Davidson looks like a Muppet that just got turned into a real person and is trying to figure out his way in life.
And Mac
Very
Miller?
Strange.
I don't know what Mac Miller looks like.
Google him.
Okay.
Do yourself a
But
favor.
again, he's a musician.
But he ain't nothing to look at
different.
either. But okay, sure.
Well, she definitely, if this is true, she definitely likes guys off the beaten path. So yeah, she's supposedly going out with Pete Davidson.
And good for him. Good pull.
Right?
I mean, she's
These
like
people have to be hooking up
5'1" and he's like 6'4".
Yeah, these people have to be hooking up at the after parties or whatever.
Oh, I didn't even think he was tall. I thought he was short. I never know how tall people are on TV.
He's pretty tall.
Yeah. He's like a tall, lanky dude. I saw a preview. I went to see Deadpool last night. Pretty funny. I like the first one better, but this one's still very good.
Mm-hmm.
They had a preview for a Melissa McCarthy movie that's like Dirty Puppets. So it's like Muppets, but they swear and they get naked and all this. You know, it's silly, but it looked pretty funny.
Listen, with all due respect, and I hate to say it, she needs to stop writing movies with her husband. I know she wants him to come along on stuff.
Who's her husband?
Ben Falcone. He was in Bridesmaids. He was the guy that she was hitting on in the airplane. the credit scenes where they were, that's her husband. And he's been Groundlings for a long time. He's done his own stuff. But every time they collaborate on a movie, it flops. This movie she's got out now is doing nothing.
Oh, the one where she goes back to college?
Yeah, Life of the Party. So I feel like people want to see her in a specific way. She did a movie with Kristen Bell called The Boss or something, which nobody cared about. So, and she's very funny. Nobody says Melissa McCarthy's not funny. She's A+ in whatever you put her in. Like, she does great work.
That's why she should have been Rob Ford.
These stories that she's writing with her husband, they're not resonating with people.
If you had to choose one, Rebel Wilson or Melissa McCarthy?
Melissa McCarthy. Wait, choose to be in a film or for me to be inside of?
Inside.
Melissa McCarthy gets the edge because she's a fellow Chicagoan.
Okay.
I got to go with that. Rebel Wilson looks like she'd be prettier if she was thinner. Like if they both and Melissa McCarthy did lose a lot of weight. I think they probably both did. They both lost a lot of weight. I think Rebel Wilson's very, very pretty. I think they're both pretty. But Melissa McCarthy's got to get the edge as a homegirl.
I'm going to go with Rebel Wilson.
Are you?
Yeah. Fat Amy. Come on. She's wild.
And the accent, too, doesn't hurt. Yeah, they keep trying to turn Rebel Wilson into something. They gave her that TV show for a little while. I don't know. I mean, there's no reason why she shouldn't be in stuff. There's all kinds of people who are way less talented than her that are doing things. You like Deadpool 2?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's what you were expecting, but there was some, like a little too much of the self-referential, like in Fourth Wall Breaking.
Wink, 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 yeah.
But overall, still a fun movie.
Okay.
Good time. I'd give it a B.
Well, I feel like that's a well you can only go to so many times.
Exactly.
Like they've said they're not going to do a third one, and that's probably pretty wise because you get the law of diminishing returns. But you went out with Movie Squad, yeah?
Yeah. My friend Adam, James Douglas, and Carly.
Yeah. Was that the girl who hit you up on Snapchat?
No, that's
Why are you grinning?
Because that's you. You know better.
It is?
Yeah, I told you we were hanging. I told you.
I thought she looked kind of familiar.
I mentioned
how
that.
do I know you did, but I didn't know she was part of Movie Squad.
Well, it
kind of hanging out.
It timed out. I've gone to a couple movies with her, and she wanted to see it. She was off. And
she's a cute girl.
Yeah.
When you were kind of panning the group, I was like, oh, she's cute. But there was a thing in my brain. I go, she looks familiar.
Yeah.
I would have never placed it if you hadn't told me.
But just friends. Just keeping it at that. Poundcake's side-eyeing me over here.
You know better!
All right.
Yeah. Just a friendly night out. Because, I mean, there's
She didn't look
three of
pleased.
us.
She didn't look pleased to be on camera as part of Movie Squad.
She
Seemed
just
like she
wasn't
wanted
ready
nothing to
for
do
it.
with that.
No, she didn't care.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
whatever.
So how does that lay out? You go, hey, we're going to see this Deadpool movie. Which did she care about that at all or no?
Yeah, she liked the first one, and she's pretty into the comic book movies. So
Okay. So
I
you
was
said,
like, well,
hey,
I'm going.
me and a couple of dudes are going, want to come along.
I was just like, yeah, I'm going to go see it at this time. If you want to go,
Right.
I'll be there with a few of my friends. And she's like, okay, I'll see you there.
All right.
Yeah, and we went.
So she's back in the orbit then.
I mean, just hanging out.
You
Yeah.
can get friends anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's just a friend.
In the immortal words of Biz Marquis.
I don't know what you want from me. She's
No, nothing.
just a friend, yeah.
You're grinning.
Yeah.
I'm just reading your face.
I'm just saying we are friends.
Okay. That's fine. I'm dead. No judgment here.
Right.
Do what you want to do.
And I am. I'm being friends with an X.
You should.
You know better!
I love the friends with an X thing. I didn't want to date you. I just want to hang out with you.
Yeah, sometimes that works
I know
better.
a lot of people do it. I'm in a distinct minority. I get that.
I do it more than everyone else. Yeah, but you don't have an actual X.
You don't have. Did you see what I tagged you in on Instagram?
Yes.
What'd you tag him in?
There was some meme like when I don't even remember what it was, but it was pound cake to a T. Was it Instagram? Might have been Facebook. It was something.
No, it was Instagram.
Okay. It was like
Let me find
me in a relationship when I hear about other people or when I hear about other people's relationships, I've never been in one. It's just somebody lying on the beach in their clothes, letting the surf go over them or something. And I just tagged him in it.
Yeah, no, this is what it was.
Yeah.
Hold on, it's loading. It said, me at 11 years old listening to breakup songs while I've never even been in a relationship.
Hold it up to the camera.
Yeah. Listening to breakup songs, right.
That's funny.
And that fits him to a
You all
T.
right there?
It's my karma. It's killing me
That's what you
on the
get.
air. That's right. That's what I get. So, yeah.
A few eagle-eyed people caught that it was her.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some DMs on Instagram go, oh, Bill, you know better.
Well, I'll tell you what, those people are really paying attention because that was a quick shot. And again, there was a part of my brain where I was like, she looks familiar, but she could have been 100 people that I had seen in passing. So, oh, man.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Just breathe.
Still having, at 46 years old, I'm having a hard time drinking water. Still haven't perfected that.
Well, it's tricky.
Speaking of Pete Davidson, by the way, I don't know if you follow Complex, like the hip-hop publication, or, but
don't.
They do like a little Twitter show or whatever. And he was talking to, I don't know if it's Rosenberg or one of these. Rosenberg's not in the Breakfast Club, is he?
That's Hot 97. Wrong station. Competition.
He's on Hot 97?
Yeah, Rosenberg in the morning is Rosenberg and...
Were they on Power?
No, they're on Hot 97.
They're on Hot... What's the Breakfast Club on?
Breakfast Club is Power 105.
They're on Power, okay.
Yeah,
well, anyway,
Power
so
105.
he's talking about Pete Davidson about when Trump hosted SNL. And he's like, I never asked you about this.
I
He
did
goes,
actually
Did you
see
see
this?
this?
Yeah.
Tell me about the Trump week.
It's really funny.
What was the Donald Trump week like? He was like weird all week. He like faked a phone call during the table read. Right as we started, he was like, oh, hello. He goes, oh, fantastic. Okay, great. And then he hung up and he goes, hey everybody, my book just went #1.
Did not happen.
Yeah, and I swear by life, and we were all like, yo, that phone didn't ring. And like also like, how did he have time to say that? Because you answered and went, yup, oh my God, that's he didn't even go hello. Oh wow, that's awesome, man. Like that, he was just like, hello? Oh, that's great. Oh, great. My book went #1, everybody. And we were like, ugh.
God.
So ridiculous.
It's embarrassing that the President of the United States is such a goddamn rube.
Hey, it's
Guy
embarrassing that people
makes Bush
fall
look like
for it.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't think people fall for it. That's
But
why
enough do.
That's why everybody
Enough
gets.
do.
That's why people who are paying attention get the douche chills because, Oh, what? My book? It's like you're doing a sketch. Maybe he thought he was in the middle of a sketch. So yeah, Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande. By the way, on that subject, SNL had their season finale this past Saturday. It was Tina Fey and it was Cardi B. And listen,
No. It was Nicki Minaj.
I'm sorry. You're proving this is what I'm going to get into.
Okay.
This is what I'm getting into. Cardi B or Nicki Minaj has got to be pissed because Cardi B is jacking her whole thing. I guarantee you there are huge swaths of the public who cannot tell them apart. I'm way into both of them. I'm a little bit more on the Cardi B side these days. But you're right. It was Tina Fey and Nicki Minaj. And there's got to be people going, is this Cardi B? I don't know. Because she did a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, she did like a
They're
month
both,
and a half.
it's like Time Cop. You can't occupy the same space at the same time. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj are occupying the same space at the same time. That's got to drive Nicki Minaj nuts.
Yeah,
Because
but
you
Nicki
know
Minaj
there's
has been
people.
around for 10 plus years.
Doesn't matter. I'm telling you, there are
And it's-
people who think she's Cardi B and vice versa, or cannot tell them apart.
Yeah, but those people aren't buying either of their albums.
Well, you want as many people as you can to buy their album.
I know, but they're not. The people that can't tell the difference between them or can't tell them apart aren't listening to their music or paying attention to what's going on because you'll know who they are.
And this is why I think Nicki will be okay. This is why I don't think she's as salty as she probably would have been. She has a brand. She has a clothing line and her perfume. She's been on hella world tours. Cardi B is just coming up on the scene, and she could be like Iggy Azalea here for one summer, and we will forget about Cardi B this time next year. So, I mean, I'm.
I know,
cool
but if
for
you're
her right now.
but if you're an artist that's been around for a minute and you're looking, you're like, Jesus, this chick is.
Well, that's the
That's
succession. That's what
that's the
happens.
business.
I mean, you go from Madonna to Britney Spears
To Gaga.
to Gaga to Miley to it just there's always a new pop star that's gonna pop up, and so it's gonna be the same with black lady rapper.
But no one's done it with female rap.
I like Black Lady Rapper a lot. She's real good. She used to go out with Fab Five Freddy, and she get a little long in the tooth. I'll tell you, it doesn't matter because Saweetie is
she's
better
dating
than
Alex
all these
Moffat
chicks.
now.
That's right.
Saweetie?
Saweetie's better than Cardi B, Nicki Minaj.
Queen Latifah?
She's foxy. Well, Queen's still the queen. But Saweetie.
Who's Saweetie?
Is that Icy Girl song? Oh, she's foxy.
Brown?
Huh?
Foxy Brown?
She's still alive?
I believe she's not dead.
All right.
Why you gotta kill her?
I'm not. I asked if she was alive. I didn't say I hope she's dead.
What about some Remy Ma? You down with Remy?
I'm okay with Remy Ma. I think she's a Chicago gal, isn't she?
I don't know.
All right.
She's the all the way up one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that.
She served some time. Why do all females rapper? They're really hard. Like the Brat served time. Remy Ma served time. Lil Kim served time. Nicki Minaj has actually kept her nose
Brat is the one I'm thinking of from Chicago. She's from Joliet.
Yeah, the Brat. She was cool with Mariah Carey.
The Brat.
The Brat.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. Saweetie is where it's at.
Let me hear Saweetie because I don't know Saweetie.
Well, I don't know that I have an edited version.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, she's dirty.
Well,
I'm sure she is.
I've heard the song a couple times, but I haven't committed it to memory. But find Icy Girl on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. On the subject of the president on his phone, apparently it's too inconvenient for him to get a secure line. People in the White House are very, very nervous about the fact that he doesn't change his phones out because he said it's too inconvenient.
But her emails.
But her Oh, that's cute. His cell phone is not equipped with the sophisticated security features that are designed to shield his communications because he says it's too inconvenient. So there's a 145% chance that it's been hacked. Now, granted, I get it. You don't want to lose all those Ivanka nudes.
That's so gross.
But on the other hand, you are the president of the goddamn United States. They're also trying to foist this story today that his staffers tweet for him, and they deliberately misspell things and use bad grammar.
Try and make him look
so
dumb.
his mouth breather, yeah, right. So his mouth breathing fans feel like he's one of them. Sure, they write the guy's got nothing else to do. His daily schedule is very public. Starts his day at 11. He's in bed by 7. I'm busier than this guy is. So he's got nothing else to do. And they're trying to, oh, well, he's got staffers that they purposely make grammatical errors and weird things are capitalized.
Spell his wife's name wrong.
Sure,
things
they
like
do.
That.
Of course they do. Because if you were the president, if that was really the truth, why would you let them do that? Why wouldn't you be like, guys, everything's got to be spelled properly? His staffers write his tweets.
Say that is the case.
Break.
Say that is the case. Do you think that would, like, how do they choose which words they're spelling wrong?
Oh, it's random. Oh, it's just
go with
random.
whatever random word you happen to spell wrong.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
It's like his staffers are pretending to be artificial intelligence and they're just replicating the way he would talk for the bumpkins.
He does have artificial intelligence.
I love that one, though. Oh, you know what? Oh, this guy gets a bad rap. We're the ones writing these. We fake them. We misspell stuff, throw bad grammar in there. Hey, Woody.
Lots and lots of exclamation points.
Oh,
capitals.
yeah. Come on. Hey, Woody.
Alan.
What's going on?
How's your day, brother?
Good.
Yeah, I was just telling Pancake. I've got a gear to grind, I guess. I haven't received my mail since last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I got some bills showing up that I need to pay, and so I finally called the post office. It turns out that my mail will not be delivered because my neighbor lady across the street, her dogs are threatening and barking through the fence, so I don't get my mail delivered.
Through the fence?
What is up with that?
Well, it's like the electric company guys won't check your meter if they hear a dog.
But if there's a fence there and the dogs are secured, how scared are these mailmen?
They don't want to get bit. I don't know.
But there's a fence.
I don't know. Is it just like more just evolution of our society? It's not like, well, the dog could bite me, so I'm not doing it. But if a dog
neither rain nor sleet nor even snow, but dogs. I gotta draw the line at dogs.
Woody, just get on the paperless stuff.
Yeah,
emails and stuff.
You can't possibly be getting anything that important in the mail. I've literally, as of this week, I've gotten it down to like, my mail is junk mail. I've gotten it to the point where I don't get anything in the mail that's of any kind of importance. Maybe a random catalog or something like that. But everything, sign up for paperless. That way, like when the mail comes, you know you can throw it all directly into the garbage.
I'm still living in a Stone Age, Alan. I still get my bills by mail. You know,
Why? You're just wasting paper, killing trees, man.
Well, you know, I'm a hemp guy. You know, I'm trying to promote that.
Hemp guy. Pay bills on your phone. What are you licking stamps and writing checks?
I am an antique. I admit it.
Man, I'm blown away by companies that aren't letting
that
people
even
pay
offer it,
online.
yeah.
They're like, send us a check. I'm like, why would I? I mean, it takes me 2 years now to go through a book of checks.
I've had all my original checks since I got, like, opened my bank account a long time ago. Like, I haven't gone through more than, like, 8.
Yeah, I still got my SpongeBob checks.
SpongeBob checks from, like, your very first bank account.
Very first bank account. With my mom.
Here's check number 110. Yeah. All right, well, good luck, Woody. It sounds like you got everything covered out there. Get it because he's a roofer? All right, thank you, Woody. Let me break. I'm going to put somebody on my foot golf team coming back. I want to join the champions from last year, the Grass Kickers, the 4th annual Alan Cox Show Foot Golf Tournament. Oh, it's like golf, but with soccer balls. It's a lot of fun. We go back out to Mastic Woods on June 10th in the Metro Parks to play. You can get all the details at AlanCoxShow.com.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS and everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
Hey everybody, welcome to Slide in the DMs. I'm Bill Squire.
And I'm Pound Cake.
Did you watch the royal wedding at all?
I'm not getting up at 6 a.m. I don't get up at 6 a.m. like for breakfast, so I'm not going to get up at 6 a.m. for a royal wedding.
Did you watch any like recap of it or anything?
I watched the full stream on YouTube, but that was like afterwards. Like I can.
Oh, so you didn't watch it live, but you ended up going back and watching it.
Yeah, I did. I had a snack and I was just like, you know what? I'll pop it in because it's just so romantic. Like it's just like.
Is it though?
You can do anything. Really she's one of us. She's from California. Like she used to tour the Buckingham Palace. Like she.
What's her face did this all that like years ago, right? The Princess Diaries girl.
Miracles happen once. Yeah, I'm just saying. But it's really true. Miracles happen once in a while if you believe. She was take pictures outside of Buckingham Palace. She never thought that one day she would be inside Buckingham Palace with the Queen.
But isn't Buckingham Palace like old and kind of gross?
Why would it be old and gross?
Because it's an old palace.
Isn't the White House built by slaves?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to live there either.
Well, the presidents do.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just... The romantic, just the way they romanticize the whole, like, being a princess thing, like, yeah, it's, I guess, but, like, that's just not anything that's ever been on my radar. And also, because who'd she get married to, William or Harry?
Harry.
Harry, I don't know.
But it's like, you don't, like, princes and all this kingdoms and stuff, is stuff you only hear on, like, HBO or fairy tales. So now it's like, it's actual princes, actual royalty, an actual bloodline that like links back to like you can trace your bloodline back to the 1800s, and now it's polluted.
I can trace mine back to the 1500s.
I'm just not 1800s, like before that. Like
I know, but
the
like
family used to rule, and now they have.
But
like,
now they don't.
Black,
so it's not like who cares.
I cannot wait for this black baby. It's gonna be a ginger and black.
All
like
right,
I can't wait.
I'll give you that. That's the part that I love.
Thousands of years of pure blood, and now they're like, you got a girl from Crenshaw. From Crenshaw!
So, this is the... I guess, all right, I hadn't thought about that aspect.
It's
like
big
that.
for us.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
This is the...
Wakanda.
All right, is this bigger than Black President? Is Black Princess bigger than Black President?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes, because
it's because of how old, how far it goes
because
back.
we've only been around for a few hundred years.
Yeah.
America's only been around for a few hundred years, and
England's been around for much longer.
Yeah, and it's based off of a bloodline. I mean, we are known on racism, and like you wipe out the Indians and you call it land your own, like whatever. So black people weren't even like the first to be. At least black people existed. We weren't wiped out. So.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that. I'm gonna actually agree with you that Black Princess bigger than Black President.
It is, because he
more
only had,
unexpected too.
He only had 8 years. This lives on forever. We have descendants now. Now our descendants, royalty from now on. Like, it might be the first.
She's gotta get pregnant first, because things could happen. She's gotta get pregnant.
She's gotta get pregnant. It's with the royal. Like, it's bound to happen. She was born to do this. She was born to be the Black Princess.
That's.
You ever seen Princess and the Frog?
No, I never saw that one. But I mean, good for her. I'm happy for her. I just think like it's funny how worked up people get over it, and
well,
not as much the people that like it. It's the people that don't like it and get like wound up. I never understand that when people are like, oh, I hate this. I hate how people are celebrating this thing, and then they go, but they know every aspect of it. I'm like, so do you really hate it, or are you just trying to mask your love of it through hate?
I didn't watch the first one. I didn't watch the first royal wedding, like, because neither, like, Pippa, or not Pippa, that's the sister. Kate, she's beautiful, but Harry was, or William was not attractive, and like Harry was always the hot one, the young one, the young gun. The nude pictures of him on the internet playing, like, he was always like the frat boy or the military man.
I don't know if I'd say either of them are very attractive.
They're good looking. Well, Harry's good looking.
Is he?
He was when he was younger. He's a little older now, but
I still don't think he's like traditionally good looking. It's good that they got some diversity into that bloodline, because things were getting a little mucked up. They needed to really freshen that bloodline up.
Well, they did in a great way. So like now I'm just like, ooh, like what's it gonna be like now? So when it's things like this are relatable to you, you watch. And I wasn't getting up early for it, but I was like, I know what happened, and I'm excited for it.
So what do they name that first baby? If it's a boy, what's the name? Do you think they stick with traditional names, or do they go straight Crenshaw with it?
It's gonna be like Harold or something. Because they always name them like some boring names, like George.
Yeah. Well, it's like family names, so.
Yeah, so it's gonna stick with tradition.
It'll probably be Harry. Yeah. Is Harry Harold? Is he a Herald?
No, I think it is Harry something. He has a really long name, like a royal name. But
can they sneak in one black name?
Jaheim.
Yeah, throw like a
Raul.
A Deshaun in there somewhere.
A Deshaun.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like I just know that for me, I'm never gonna fault somebody for having a big wedding, because I want to have a spectacle. I want the fireworks. Like when I walk down the aisle, I want birds to like fly out like doves. Because finally I'm able to get married now, and then I actually found somebody to love me. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a spectacle. I'm inviting everybody
fun with that. We gotta go. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey everybody, welcome to the Side in the DMs special edition, where I'm here with Jeff Davis from Connected Comedy.
How's it going?
And we're doing Comedy Connected. Whatever, dude. You didn't pay me that much. So we're doing a show together, Saturday, July 21st. You want to just give us some details real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a show for the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and the Adams Board of Cuyahoga County, their Suicide Prevention Coalition. We're trying to raise them. And
we're not just doing the show for them. We're doing this as a fundraiser for them, correct?
Fundraiser for them, correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for stopping by, Jeff. Can't wait to perform with you and be a part of this. It's July 21st at the Lakewood Civic Auditorium, and tickets are on sale at standuptogetherohio.com. It is standuptogetherohio.com, an evening of comedy to honor Nick Ramsey. I'll be headlining. Mike Polk Jr. will be there, Mary Santora, and more. There's going to be so many great comics, so make sure you get those tickets. And if you have any questions about being a sponsor, go ahead and email Jeff at standuptogetherohio.com. There's a lot of people that really love going outside. And I like going outside sometimes. But when I don't want to go outside, I don't want to go outside. I don't care if the weather's nice. I don't feel obligated to go outside.
I do feel obligated.
You feel obligated to go outside?
It's only because of the state that we live in. If we lived in California, where there's always beautiful sunny days, I wouldn't feel obligated. But we have such a strict timeline on when we could get out and actually do things, and we're not complaining about how cold it is, or scraping the ice off of our car, or the roads not being bad. There's only 3 months, pretty much 3 months. You got your May, June, July. August, it starts to get cold again. Not snow. I just said colder.
No, but August is fine.
Okay, well, no, actually,
there's about 5 months. We got May, June, July.
June, July, August.
September.
No, June, July, August. Because even in May, we've gotten snow before in May. Like snow.
Right, but you still get most of May. All right, so you get 4 months because you get most of May, most of September, June, July, and August.
Sure.
We're not getting any snow in August.
But like when it rains, it pours. But in this case, it's
Here's
yeah.
the thing. I like going outside. I like doing things outside, but I don't feel obligated to go outside just because the weather's nice. I don't always want to be outside. I'm not like the most outdoorsy person. There's plenty of times I really like being outside. There's a lot of times I want to be outside. But when I don't feel like being outside and I tell people that, they're like, what? Look at the weather outside. It's like, motherfucker, I got problems in here.
On the right shoulder of 71 South before Royalton Road, you're slow from 480. I'm John Crawford in the traffic center.
This report is brought to you by Window Nation.
It's time to trim your cooling costs with big savings from Window Nation. Get 50% off all windows, any style, any color. Plus, Window Nation will take your monthly payment and cut that in half. 50% off all windows and get your monthly payments cut in half. 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com.
Alexa, how do you like your music?
I like it. I like it hard.
Cool. Then play WMMS on iHeartRadio.
It's time to give stuff away. I really want some free stuff. Give that stuff away.
All right, the 4th annual Alan Cox Show Foot Golf Tournament. We go back out to Mastic Woods Golf Course, and we kick the ball around, baby. In the past 3 years, my team has won twice. Bill's team has won once. No wins yet for Pound Cake or Erica. It's going to be Bill and Pound Cake and myself. We will each have a team. Mine, the returning champs, the Grass Kickers. If you'd like to join me, I'd love to have you. We go back to Mastic Woods June the 10th. So circle it now with a big red Sharpie. Caller 11. Join the team. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
You know that part of your brain that regulates good decision making? Thanks for turning that one off and turning on the Alan Cox Show.
Sorry about all the cocks.
On 100.7
Sorry about all the cocks.
WMMS.
Tribe game tonight. They're in Chicago to play the Cubs at Wrigley. 7:05 is going to be your first pitch, so we'll get out of here around 6:30. Make way for the pregame coverage. Before that, our friend Mike Paramore is going to be stopping by. He is your headliner for the first night of the Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour, 9th annual. That'll be at the House of Blues this Friday night, along with Jasmine Carter, Cody Cooper, Bill Squire, Mary Santora, who will be your Saturday night headliner at the Kent Stage. Mattitude's going to spin. I'll be there. Pound Cake, some surprises along the way. All of it brought to you by Great Lakes Brewing Company, celebrating 30 years. Congrats to them. And we've put together a special brew for you as well. We're calling it Unmitigated Ale as an homage to young Cody Brown. And you'll be able to have it at the shows, at the after parties. We're very excited for you to try it. We've created it with Great Lakes. We've tested it. It's delicious. So Friday night, if you still want to join us, there's tickets available for the House of Blues show. Saturday night, we'll go out to the Kent Stage. Doors at 7, show at 8. Both nights. After party info, tickets, all of it. AlanCoxShow.com. Right now, use the keyword comedy. And Mike will join us a little bit later on. I heard from Dustin, who is our bureau chief in Duluth, Georgia. But he's on the road a lot. He's a trucker. He says carrying a load of batteries from Atlanta to Sumner, Washington. First time he's ever been west of Texas. And by far the longest trip he's ever made, and he's listening to the show the whole way. Boy, imagine 2,000 plus miles of this show, right?
Like we have to be here the whole time. But
we can't
don't.
shut it off. There's no excuse for you. You can do something else. Isn't there a Pretender song called 2,000 Miles? Isn't that a Christmas song? That's a good song, right? Chrissy Hind. She still got that restaurant in Akron? The Vegetarian or something? Or it was like a vegan restaurant, right?
Did you say the Vegetarian?
Yeah, they had some punny name, I thought. She's a vegan, and I thought that... I thought it was still... No. Does this make you want to eat some kale or bok choy?
Hell no.
Boy, I had a bowl for lunch here yesterday in the office that had bok choy in it. And I forgot when you microwave bok choy, it smells like piss. So our whole office yesterday smelled like pee. I played some R. Kelly just to set the mood, Pound Cake.
I appreciated that.
He's gone 2,000 miles.
But Chrissy Hines got a great voice. She's foxy in an odd way, too.
Oh, yeah.
She's not a traditionally handsome woman, but she kicks ass. One of the great rock and roll chicks. One of the great broads of rock and roll. Cavs game tomorrow night. That's going to be Game 5. They go back to Boston. We will have tickets for you to win for Game 6 on Thursday afternoon. Thursday is going to be a short show because there's a 6:10 Tribe game. But I've just been informed that we will have Cavs Game 6 tickets for you because at this point they go back and forth every game.
Right.
Yeah. So that's going to be on Friday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
During the comedy tour.
Friday.
It's gonna be a busy night downtown.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh. We really stacked it up this year.
Oh, yeah.
Against the comedy tour because it's Memorial Day weekend,
Right.
And we kind of knew this going in. We're like, well, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Those were the dates that were available.
That's right. Cavs game. That's right. Is there a Tribe game too? Is everybody in town?
I don't know about the Tribe, but I wouldn't be surprised because they're waiving all their ticket fees this weekend.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So if you want to get tickets before tomorrow, I think there's no fees added on.
Oh, Friday. Yeah, they play the Astros again. Yeah. Again? Did we just play the Astros?
I think those were in Houston.
Oh, those were in Houston. I got you. So they're coming here. Oh, so everybody's in town.
Our Uber fares.
I'm not Ubering.
You know who's gonna be on the show Friday from the House of Blues?
Roy Wood?
Roy Wood Jr.
He's gonna pop on over?
Yeah, he's gonna come over.
Nice. Love Roy Wood Jr.
He's
one
at
of my favorite
Hilarities.
people ever.
Yeah, I love the guy. And it's been a couple of times over the course of the Alan Cox Show comedy tour where he's been in town. And he's come it was the Just a Tip or something.
Well, yeah, a few times we were there and he's there
and
too.
he's there too.
Yeah, so it
It'll be
works out.
jumping Friday then. I'm excited.
Well, we got a show to do.
Yeah.
So, Cavs game, Tribe game, comedy tour, Memorial Day weekend.
I mean, it could be such an important game for the Cavs that if they win tomorrow, they win Friday.
Yeah.
That's the game that they win to go to the finals.
The city
again.
explodes the night of the comedy tour.
Yeah, so and we'll be there for it.
And we're doing the after party at Corner Alley.
Yep.
Come and hang with us. So anyway, Thursday on the show, I will have Game 6 Cavs tickets for you, since I'll be back at the Q on Friday night. Hashtag whatever it takes to bring another championship back to Cleveland.
You know, that's also the first line of the theme song to Degrassi.
What is?
Whatever it takes.
Huh. Old or new? I only know old Degrassi. I don't know.
Make it through.
I don't know wheelchair Drake Degrassi. I only know the old.
Aubrey Drake Graham.
Yeah. Is that who he is?
That's his real name.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, Cavs are gonna do. I said Cleveland's gonna do. I said we all got to do. I said whatever it takes.
His real name's Aubrey Graham.
Aubrey Drake Graham.
I'd go by Drake too.
Yeah, that's why.
Aubrey. Ain't nobody gonna listen to Aubrey rap.
A lot of these hard-ass rappers have little pussy-ass names.
Tracy, I know. But he's Canadian. I mean, that's probably baked into the cake, but...
The Cavs are moving on. Our lonely single championship days are going to be over. And LeBron is going to take a championship home.
Yep. Cavs.com is going to have all kinds of info for you. If you still want to get yourself some appropriate gear at CLE Clothing Company, use the promo code GRILL. You got a few more days, about a week left. That's the code for May, and then I'll have a new one for you for June. But in May, use the promo code GRILL. They'll take 20% off the top of whatever you get.
Ball, basketball, dribble it, get a basket. Cavs are going to win the playoffs. Now don't you feel it? Ball, basketball, dribble it, get a basket. Cavs are going to win the playoffs. Now don't you feel it? His name is LeBron James.
I think that's legendary. That's a good one.
You saw LeBron snub the dude in the MAGA hat last night?
That was a couple nights ago. I think that was Saturday. Yeah. But I saw it.
And throw him the towel, and he goes, nope.
Yeah. And he threw it far. Just
he threw it on the steps.
He looked right at him. He's like, nah, not for you.
Nope. Alan Chrissy Hines restaurant is closed.
That's too bad.
Yeah, okay. Alan, you're a patronizing effing moron. Because I picked Melissa McCarthy?
Is that what he said?
Yeah, because she's from Chicago. I said, yeah, that gives her, she's a homegirl. That gives her the edge. That's what I said.
Yeah, if you had to pick one, you know,
Right.
you want something that, you know, resonates.
That's right.
And marinates.
Alan, you realize the comedy tour takes last place against all of that.
Yeah, that's
yes,
kind of weird.
I know.
Oh, really? It does?
What?
What? Are you serious?
Right.
God,
You're not
people are
telling me
so
anything.
stupid.
You're not telling me anything I don't already know. But we got a show to do, and it's going to be as fun as it is every other year.
Yeah.
That's why we love doing it.
Can you go get Mike? He's downstairs.
Oh, the doors close at 5:30.
Close at 5:30.
Yes,
yeah.
I'll get them.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I always forget that the building locks up at 5:30.
It's also the Taste of Summer Festival in the Flats. Okay, so everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we learned our lesson.
Right.
We'll do it earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Next year we're doing it on New Year's Eve. Nothing's going on that night.
That's right. There's going to be
any problem.
Yeah, champagne toast, balloon drop, and Mike Polk Jr. Sure, why not? Anything going on at Kent State University we should know about on Saturday? Is it homecoming or anything?
Right.
Is it... all right. No, that's how it laid out.
I think with
you know?
Kent, as long as we don't do it May the 4th weekend, we're fine.
Sure. Yeah. That's how it laid out this year. Normally we do it earlier, but that's how it laid out. Memorial Day weekend. So let's take a shot. Let's see. And we will see. Got $1,000 here for you. We do our $1,000 bribe once an hour. And this is your last week to try to grab some of this gauche. So good luck.
Your shot at $1,000. Now, text the keyword bills to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's bills to 200-200. Good luck from WMMS.
Mm-hmm. On the presidential tip, I saw that Obama and Michelle have got a production deal with Netflix. They've entered into a multi-year agreement to produce television and movies. Since when are they movie producers?
I don't know.
Television and movies?
They got to do something, right? They got to stay busy somehow.
I guess, but...
Got a lot of cachet.
But don't you have, like... you've got the Obama Foundation, and she does stuff, and are they going to make documentaries?
I think they're going to make a bunch of different things.
Huh.
A few of the titles have leaked for the movies.
Oh, they have?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, there's one. It's a time travel drama.
Uh-huh.
It's called Barack to the Future.
Yeah. Well, I mean, their first... I have already seen the trailer for the first... You know, Michelle is very big into, you know, teens and how kids can learn to kind of really be themselves. I know one of the things they're doing is called 44 Reasons Why.
Oh, nice. Oh, you're just bringing them right in, huh?
I thought that's what we were doing.
No, that's not what we're
that's
doing.
not what we're doing.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, buddy.
When do we ever bring someone in right in the middle of a break?
When we're talking, you mean?
Okay.
Hey, Mike, do you mind having a seat in our office for a minute?
Just like a few
Thank
minutes,
you, buddy.
man.
Thank
Yeah.
you. In the middle of a bit. Pound Cake walks him in. What a schlub.
Yeah.
What else are they producing over there on the Netflix?
There's one that is kind of catering to the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
The Baraki Horror Picture Show.
Toast! Slut! I gotcha. Well, I saw one where he's putting on a dress.
What's on?
It's Big Mama's house. What are you doing, Pound Cake?
What do you mean?
You walking people in here in the middle of a bit.
What are you... I didn't know you guys were doing it, but I wasn't in here when you
But
guys
you know
were
we're on
We're in the middle of a
air.
segment, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know... We don't normally have people come in after 4:20, so I thought he was just going to come in and chill and host the rest of the show. You guys don't tell me anything. So
Why would you assume that? Why wouldn't you assume that it was going to be just like a regular guest?
Because I didn't know it was a regular guest.
Right, so you would assume that it's a... What?
I didn't know it was a regular guest.
Why would anybody who comes up to do the show, you put them in the office?
Who do we have sit in on the entire show? How many people?
I thought he was a friend to the show. You guys were bringing him in.
He is. He's doing the comedy tour, and we're excited to have him on it.
Okay,
but I didn't say walk him in here in the middle of us talking.
With the whole scheduling thing, I figured he could tell me during the break, hey, bring him in here, and I'll put him in the office till we come back on.
Pound Cake never says, you know what, I screwed up.
No, it's
Sorry.
all right.
Sorry, buddy, I screwed up.
Okay.
Never says that. Never goes, my bad.
My bad.
No, it doesn't count now. I already chewed you out.
Fine, take it back.
You putz. What are the other movies on that Obama production slate, Bill?
There's one, it's an action movie.
Uh-huh.
It's called White House Brown.
Yeah.
And then
The
there's...
tagline for that is, when they go low, we go high def.
And then there's kind of a rock musical.
Uh-huh.
Barack of Ages.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know he could sing.
And then my favorite.
Uh-huh.
Because I like the Coen brothers.
Yes, Fargo and
And what was the one with the guy with the hair?
Barton Fink.
Well, Barton Fink, no. I'm talking about
Guy
the
with,
murder one.
No Country for
yes,
Old Men.
that one, yeah. But my favorite Coen brothers movie of all time is getting an update, Obama, Where Art Thou?
Right.
Those are all the ones that I've heard of.
All right. Well, listen, if they signed a multi-year deal, there's going to be all kinds of stuff. Make America Great Again by going back to 2009. That's the sequel to Barack to the Future. Barack to the Future? Time travel? Okay, good. Boy, did you see that Jim Carrey movie? His new movie. First of all, it's been sitting on the shelf for 2 years old. Have you seen any trailers for this?
No, what's it
called?
called?
Dark Crimes. I don't know. Again, I've had Jim Carrey on my celebrity death pool for a while because this guy is going down some kind of rabbit hole. And I don't know what it is. Like, his girlfriend died. He can't really get any traction in the movies he's doing.
He doesn't want to do the same stuff that he was doing before. Like, he won't just go and do silly comedies.
But he's this Dark Crimes looks like... Remember the Nicolas Cage movie 8mm?
Yeah.
One of the last great Nicolas Cage movies. It looks like that, except Jim Carrey's like a Polish investigator, and it's real. But it's 2 years old.
I do like when he plays a detective.
I like when he plays a pet detective.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe this will have that same kind of feel to it.
It looks really dramatic. It has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, wow.
It went straight to video. It's been done for a while. I don't know if it's on Netflix, but it went right to VOD. They didn't even put it in the theaters. Last movie that he was in that was in the theaters, I don't think anybody saw either. And I like Jim Carrey a lot. I just don't know what's going on with the guy. I don't know what the last big Jim Carrey movie was. I know they did Dumb and Dumber 2, but I don't think people were getting on top of that. So I don't know what his... I was channel surfing a couple weeks ago, and that movie, The Number 23, you see that?
I never watched that one.
He tries to, like, take chances. I give him
it.
credit for doing that. He wants to do different things, but... And it's got to suck if people just want you to be goofy, wacky Jim Carrey.
But he does
Eternal Sunshine's great.
Eternal Sunshine's great. Cable Guy, like he can.
Cable Guy's
he doesn't
great
just
too.
have to be goofy, wacky. Like he can do other characters. But I like when he's funny.
I know.
Like when he's a funny guy.
So if you like Jim Carrey in anything, there's a movie called Dark Crimes where he's got like his head shaved, he's got this beard, and he's investigating like child torture or something. It's a real,
great.
real. It's called Dark Crimes. Real dark movie.
Ace Ventura, Ped Detective.
That's what they should have called it. Yes. Where were you when they were titling this movie?
Listen, anytime they need a good punny title, they should call me.
I guess they should.
I could take care of all that stuff.
That's right. Barackback Mountain, somebody suggested.
Barackback Mountain. Okay, that works.
All right. Baraki and Michelle's high school reunion. Okay. That there too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Obama should produce Cody's first screenplay.
What would that be called? No, got a name for it?
No name. No.
You mean my screenplay?
Yeah. What's your movie called? We've talked about it before. Your autobiography.
Les Mis or Slay Mis.
Slay Mis. That's right. There's a lot of musical numbers in that, though.
A lot of twirling.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Just talking about back to Barack Obama movies, just all his use of drone. I kind of ruined it there. I was going to say Drone Alone.
What?
Drone Alone.
Woo! Drone Alone. Mm-hmm. Sure, that could happen too. Listen,
Take a break.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to take a break. Mike Paramore is going to join us in here. I've already treated him badly by sequestering him in the office.
My bad.
Now he does it. Yeah, my bad. We got our signals crossed. He is going to be your headliner for the first night of the Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour at the House of Blues on Friday. So we'll chat with him shortly. Also have more Against Me tickets. This is the one that everybody's been hitting me up for this week. Against Me does June 22nd. Alan's birthday eve, as I call it. They'll do the Agora, so we'll hook those up coming back. If you want to text 35192, the live stream at our YouTube channel at AlanCoxShow.com.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
LCCC and the University Partnership. Your college for your life and your future.
Back with Mary Santora.
Hello.
Hey, she's on this year's Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour. She's very, very funny. We were just talking about our weekends and what we did. What'd you do all this weekend? Anything fun? I saw you were at like a lady event yesterday.
I went to a bridal shower yesterday.
The lady event?
Yeah, it's a woman's thing, a woman's issue. No, it was a lot of fun. A girlfriend of mine from like middle school is getting married, and so it was like all of our childhood our childhood friends' moms, and then me and my friend Kelsey were like the only two other than the bride who were like under the age of 50. So it was a nice little luncheon. There was tiny sandwiches and. As soon as I walked in, my friend goes, "Will you please have some bourbon with me?" So I she was the only one drinking, so I was like, "Yes, I will have some bourbon with me." Right. But it was fun.
Well, I've been apartment hunting of late, and Mary and I have been throwing this idea around of possibly being roommates.
What do you think? What do you think?
I
think it's a great idea.
She thinks it's a great idea.
Bill has reservations.
I have a lot of reservations.
But
which we actually haven't talked about.
You can cohabitate. Women are used to, cohabitating with like stinky men. But men have to make adjustments for women. When you leave your hair dryer out or your curling iron out on the sink and you take 3-hour showers, like we have to adjust to that.
But
the apartment that we're looking at would be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
So we won't have to worry about that.
So we don't have to worry about sharing a bathroom, which would alleviate a lot of those problems.
Okay.
The biggest hang-up that I have is that Mary has
cats.
A cat.
Cat, singular.
One cat, and I do not want to live with a cat.
Now here's the thing. You don't even know my cat, first of all.
It doesn't matter. It's a cat.
Second of all, she's super chill.
It doesn't matter.
She's the most chill cat you'll ever know.
It doesn't matter how chill the cat is.
She's never even around if I'm not around. Like, you would not see her.
Technically, I didn't want to live with cats either. My roommates have 2, and, like, I sacrifice because I live high-class life with them.
I've done sacrificing. And so that's the thing, is, like, I have to weigh that in the balance.
I will not get rid of the cat. That's, like, the biggest thing.
Right.
So, and I understand. And I'm gone a lot, so you would have to feed her and shit.
So why don't you go live with Pound Cake's roommates, and then Pound Cake, you can have that other bedroom.
No, I don't want to live with you.
If you saw this apartment, you would definitely.
It's beautiful.
Be interested.
I can't believe that the cat is what's making you say.
I hate cats.
You just bought a cat.
I bought a cat to a girl, and I got out of there. I don't like cats, though.
What don't you like about them?
I'm allergic for one. It's very annoying.
Well, that's one thing.
Yes.
You didn't tell me that.
I did tell you that. I did tell you that.
Oh, I said that word.
It's fine. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
And I've done this again and again where I keep making compromises on things that I don't like.
You don't have to compromise on this.
And I'm not going to, I don't think.
And you're not going to. And that's fine. But I hope you get the place by yourself.
And then you can just come and hang out.
Sure.
And look who I brought, Mr. Fuzzy.
Well,
Duchess.
I could get the place by myself if everybody would if I could get $5 million listens on like Pandora and YouTube and stuff like that, that would take care of it. Like that would be like a year's worth of rent for me. So 5 million and
totally doable.
Yeah. I think I'm actually close to 100,000 with the newest album.
Nice.
Yeah, it's doing pretty well.
Well,
so
there you go.
So
go
keep
ahead and listen to
listening.
Bill so that he doesn't have to live with me and my cat.
Yes.
So.
Oh man, that sounds great.
Whatever, dude. She's fine. She's
But
great.
seriously, it's a great apartment.
I do. It's really cool.
Well, I already re-signed my lease.
Okay.
It's through May of next year.
Okay, so you're there. That's fine. I
need somewhere to live.
I'm fine being there by myself, if that's what it has to be.
I'm not budging on the cat.
You could just. What if something terrible happens and the cat?
Do not say that at all. I'll murder you. That would be what would be terrible.
All right. I wasn't planning on murdering your cat. I just
what
thought.
What were you gonna do? Give it away?
No,
Lose it?
just like, what if it just started to hate you?
That would be one thing that would happen. I would go away for my first weekend on the road, and I'd come back and he'd be like, "I don't know what happened to the cat.
Ran away.
I just left all the
fell
doors
off the
and
balcony.
windows open."
What's that? What's that black and white spot down there in the
You're such an
courtyard?
ass.
I wouldn't do
So
that.
mean.
I wouldn't kill the cat.
Hey, you got Coco a cat, so
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, we're
Well,
not.
she wanted a cat, and she wouldn't shut up about it, so I got her a cat. But then that's like one of the things. I keep giving in, and I'm not giving in
You
anymore.
don't have to give in.
I'm not.
You don't have to.
I'm not doing it.
No one's making you.
I know.
He'll
Good
give
luck.
in.
Good luck.
Not
Good
this
give
time.
in.
5 million. That's what I need.
5 million.
5 million. Make that happen, folks. Remember this conversation that these guys had with me where they were like getting drunker and more racist.
Oh, yeah.
And then they started talking about their daughter's boobs, and I'm like, well, guys, I gotta go.
Are you for real?
I am absolutely
Wow,
for real.
look at the time.
Yeah, well, it was one of these things where someone mentioned this one guy's daughter's boobs, and he's like, yeah, they got pretty big, and I'm like, okay.
He's talking about his friend's daughter's
No,
boobs?
his daughter.
No,
his daughter's
His
boobs.
biological daughter?
I did not stick around to find out.
Right, but to mention that your daughter got big boobs, I mean, that's not...
It's not just that they mentioned them, like they were...
Being leery about them?
They were just
being
talk-
gross about them?
They're being kind of gross about them.
Evaluating?
Yeah, they were just...
Reviewing?
And I feel like it was kind of like an inside joke amongst those guys that I just wasn't privy to.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't be. Like,
Right.
that should freak out anyone. If you're like, oh, my relative's breasts are great. Like, you know what I mean? Not even that. My daughter?
Yeah.
Ugh.
My relative's breasts are great.
Any
I'm trying to keep it
cousin,
vague so nobody can nail it down who I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what?
Uncle Jim.
Since you've been here, Mary, I haven't heard anybody refer to their boobs as breasts in a long time.
Breasts? Yeah. I guess breasts are more of like a womanly thing.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody.
Your bosom.
Come into my bosom.
Boobs.
Like you have boobs. Yeah, boobs are cute. Breasts are like, they give life.
I think breasts is that's a hot word.
It's
You think
really
it's hot? I think
they
so.
use it in like erotic fiction and things like that. Erotic fiction. That's not. Is that what I want?
Yeah, sure.
Erotic literature.
Literature.
Excuse me.
Thank you. I was like, what word am I looking
Apparently,
at?
you're not familiar with the collected works of one Hercules Snooch Slammer, Charles Bonita,
yes.
right?
Oh, boy.
And the collected works of his sensual protagonist,
I feel-
Hercules Snooch
that's a
Slammer.
Breasts they use a lot, but there's also a
Her
lot of
breasts
really...
were heaving. Like,
Yeah, well, bosoms used a lot, and they also say my sex in like old lady ones.
Sex?
Yeah, like they call their vagina
their sex.
Their sex.
Really?
Yes.
I've never heard that. I've never read one of those books either, though.
Give them a
I need
read.
to
They're
read one of those
terrible.
books.
If you are a victim of the Chili's data breach, call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Slow traffic in several spots, 77 south between 490 and the Brecksville Merge, 71 south between West 150th and Snow, 480 westbound between Tiedemann and 71, 271 southbound between Chagrin and Broadway Forbes, and the accident is cleared on 71 south before Route 82. You're slow from Bagley Road. I'm John Crawford in the Traffic Center.
This report is brought to you by Window Nation.
It's time to trim your cooling costs with big savings from Window Nation. Get 50% off all windows, any style, any color. Plus, Window Nation will take your monthly payment and cut that in half. 50% off all windows and get your monthly payments cut in half. 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com.
Traffic can't stop away. Can't stop away.
All right, the return of Against Me! Exclamation point. They're back at the Agora on Friday night, June 22nd. They are great live. I haven't seen Against Me in a long time. So if you want to go, be caller number 12. You can buy tickets. All the info at agoracleveland.com. Your tickets, caller 12. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
From the Final Touch Construction Studios, this is the 50th anniversary of WMMS Buzzard Radio, an iHeart radio station. Ask Alexa to play WMMS on iHeartRadio.
Now back to the Alan Cox Show.
I was dating a girl for like 2 weeks. We went to go rent a movie, went back to my place to watch the movie. In the middle of the movie, that's when she hit me with the question. She says, Mike, where is this going? And I told her, me personally, I've never seen this movie either. I think we should pay attention before we miss something.
There's Mike Paramore. He is your headliner on Friday night for the 9th annual Alan Cox Show comedy tour. Welcome officially into the room. Sorry about all that nonsense.
Having me the second time and not the first time.
Is Paramore a stage name or is that your given name?
That is my name.
Yeah.
That is my. I am like a third French or something.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there are several white people in my family.
So at some point it was Americanized from the French.
Yes,
and you took it and ran with it.
I believe so.
What's the French pronunciation?
Paramore.
It's exactly the same, right? Spelled differently.
Nailed it.
Now that clip I played, that's from that Laughs show that Bill did.
Yes.
You guys were both on. Were they? What you got? Was it at the same location at the same time? Or?
I've done a couple. Mike's done a ton of tapings of that.
Yeah.
I've done 3 tapings of that. Two of them were on the same day.
Your clips got a ton more views than mine got. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Well, you were a lot of aggressive clips though. Your comedy was like, I don't know, like that takes like late night airings for your stuff though.
It's the internet, man.
Your stuff's more prime time friendly.
Yes, very, but it was. I mean, but that was that was like prime. Skinny Bill. So that should have got more hits.
That's all right.
Skinny Bill.
And one of them got like 150 on YouTube. So that's good.
I'm a huge fan of Skinny Bill.
Yeah,
me too.
What about current Bill? Bill said, he talks about how he's. No, but he talks about how he put on a bunch of weight again.
I'm back. I'm in between Bill right now.
In between
He's
Bill?
medium Bill.
Oh, Skinny Bill was scary though. Like Skinny Bill had a lot of edge to him. Like you should have been like carrying around a motorcycle helmet at all times.
Oh, it was Bad Boy Bill.
He was Bad Boy Bill.
Yeah.
Right.
And with a moderately attractive black girl. That's who you should have been dating.
Moderately
I'm gonna get skinny again and get a motorcycle helmet and a
too attractive would have been too much, but moderately attractive you should.
Like who
keep the perm.
Tell me like a moderately attractive black girl. Like give me an example.
Ooh, a moderately attractive black girl. Kristen from my old street.
No, but someone that we can all go from.
He names a girl from around the way.
Like a celebrity.
I
don't know, Kristen.
A moderately attractive celebrity.
She sounds moderately black with her name Kristen.
I'll tell you who's foxy is that Amber Stevens West. Do you know who she is?
Amber Stevens West.
She was on that Gerard Carmichael show. She's on the Carmichael show.
Okay.
And now she's on the new Damon Wayans Jr. show. But her dad is Shadow Stevens. You know that name?
Wow.
He was like dad's white, mom's black. But he was this big LA radio guy for a long time. That's his kid. She's real cute.
Yeah.
I think of her as moderately attractive. Like she's pretty. She's not a knockout. Moderately attractive.
Issa Rae. Is it that? How do you say it? Issa Rae?
Lisa Rae?
Issa Rae.
Issa Rae.
Yeah. No,
from the Awkward. What's that show on?
Awkward on HBO.
HBO.
She just did like this photo shoot of her recreating like 90s characters. Like she's dressed like Urkel and Fresh Prince. And I am strangely attracted to her in all those outfits. Like it's making me a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, she's cute. Awkward Black Girl was the YouTube series.
Yeah.
You know who Francesca Ramsey is?
No.
She's cute too. Moderately attractive.
Azalea Banks.
Something a little. She's south of what was it? Is it moderately attractive? Yeah.
What about?
You say she ugly?
She's not ugly, but she is. If the scale is balls out hot, right? Ratchet, to use your right.
See, Ratchet can be hot though.
That's true. Ugly, busted. Thank you. Busted. Moderately attractive. She's between moderate and busted.
What about Zoe Kravitz?
Ooh.
Yeah, she's cute.
No,
she's between moderate and hot.
Yeah. She's not moderate. She's cute.
She's on her way to hot.
Yeah, she's pretty gorgeous.
And her mom is still foxy too.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
Yeah, but she's made hotter by her husband though. The dude she's dating.
Who's it? Oh, Jason Momoa. That's
Yeah.
her husband,
She's
right?
hot because
Aquaman.
he's hotter.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you think that bothers her? Do you think that bothers her that,
That
she's
she's
like
dating someone? I don't think
because when
so.
you're that
I don't-
attractive and you find someone that's hotter than you're like, what?
Yeah, no. To me, I think that's most people's goal. Everybody wants to be with somebody where people are looking at you like, how in the hell?
That's most people I've been with.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
If I post a picture of me and my wife, all the comments are, "Ooh, what's she doing with you?" Yeah.
Well, you're surprisingly attractive, though. I did not think you were a good-looking man by your
hear
voice,
that?
but you are like
I'm a moderately attractive white guy.
you're much more attractive than you sound. I don't know if people know that. About
I'd
you.
have to be,
Are you-
really. I don't have anything signifying my voice that would be attractive. Are you? You got a girl? You got a guy? Are you married?
I am not. I am a single man who likes women.
Yeah.
Moderately attractive and above. I don't.
And above, yeah. You gotta.
No,
You
yeah,
got a price point.
Yeah, no, I'm a single man.
Are you gone a lot? Is it a work thing? I mean,
it's tough when you're on the road a lot. It's
Yeah.
tough when you're on the road a lot. Women just don't believe you when you say things, and for some reason, women think comedians are like these just panty droppers and these like just you have a ton of groupies, and I'm like, that's
because
only
they
for
see the
1%ers.
Dane Cook Jeselnik
Right,
type stuff,
exactly.
right?
Like
Yeah.
most of us are just like working, trying to make ends meet, and we
Sure.
just have to do that in the car. Like, like you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Laptop
not-
on the passenger seat.
Plus, I think that's a misnomer. I don't think jokes arouse women. I don't think comedy makes women panties wet. Like, I don't think that's a thing.
I think
Like,
it does, but I think it's a very small number. But you have to have, like, just being funny isn't enough. There has to be success that goes with that to really take it to another level.
But you have to have something else. Like, I think girls want
It's
the
one
guy
ingredient,
that-
yeah.
Girls want the guy that they want to be funny. They don't want a funny guy because then there'll be a lot of fat,
That's a good
laid
call.
guys.
They
There'll
want
be
a
lot
really
of-
good-looking guy who is funny.
Right. The guy that they think is cuter, they want that guy to have a sense of humor. Since humor is never number one on the list. It's just not.
They always say it is, but you're
It's-
like, well,
it's just not.
here's a guy. It's the old line. Here's a guy who's hilarious. Here's an ugly rich dude who doesn't have a sense of humor. And, you know.
And then even if you do get a girl who's not like, oh, you're on the road and you get like, if a girl is confident enough to go after what she wants, she thinks that every girl thinks like her, so she thinks you got a lot of girls everywhere, and it's
Right.
like, so you end up losing out on her because you're awesome. Like,
You're out of Columbus. Is that where you live?
I live in Cleveland now. I
You
was
live in
in
Cleveland,
Columbus
okay.
for a couple years. Born and raised in Cleveland. I moved to Columbus for about 5 or 6 years. Then I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what took you there? You figured that was more the place to be at the time?
I
or what?
was not always an upstanding citizen.
Oh,
So-
you're on the run. Like, I got to get out of Dodge for a bit. Yeah.
So I had to leave Cleveland to get my life together. So I was successful.
You took a
in that.
sabbatical from your hometown.
I did. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? Familiar
You
surroundings.
took your 4 years like LeBron.
It's
You went-
very
go to Miami,
100%.
get it together, and come back.
It's very hard to get it together when all the familiar temptations are around. So I had to go. I'm like, okay, listen.
He wanted to prove to Kristen that he was worth.
That I was
All
somebody
right,
that
so
she could look
what
up
kind
to.
of trouble were you getting into?
Just the typical dumb kid stuff, just around the wrong people and just into the wrong stuff, like clubbing and just like not. I was stealing things that wasn't mine. I think.
Well, yeah, that's what stealing is.
Probably an
I do like
oxymoron.
and I do like how people define stupid kid things differently too.
Right.
You know, there's some kids doing some heavy duty stuff these days. Yeah, you know, I was a kid, I was crazy, I was boosting cars or whatever. You know, I was
What's the
hiding in
biggest
dudes'
thing you
trunks.
stole?
The biggest thing I
Statute
stole,
of limitations is up, I assume.
Yeah, hijacked a plane to Cuba.
I stole an investigation one time.
You're gonna have to explain that.
Please elaborate. I stole.
I don't know if I'm legally allowed
stole
to
a
elaborate on
lady's
that.
heart. When I,
You stole an investigation.
Yeah, we were not upstanding citizens. Let's just put it like that.
Okay.
Are you trying to say that you were engaging in witness tampering and you had to get out of town for a while?
I did like go. I was under an alias for a little bit.
Under an alias.
You could not find Mike Paramore.
He was
for
Jim
a year
Paramore.
and a half.
Nobody would know where he was. So not only did you split town Did you start doing stand-up
I
in
started
Columbus
in
or
Columbus.
when you? Okay, you
I
started.
did not know anything about comedy when I left
Right.
Cleveland. None. I started in Columbus.
You're like, boy, if I want to hide in plain sight, I'm going to become an open mic comedian. Nobody
And
will
I
find me
didn't-
there.
I was kicking it. I went into comedy kicking and screaming. I didn't even really want to do comedy. Like, I'm not a center of attention type of person.
What did you do? Like, what was your day gig when you were like trying to get
God,
straight?
I had a million jobs.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I worked at a deli. I was a mechanic, and I was a bouncer.
Okay. So you're just a dude.
A mechanic, bouncer, deli person.
And how did you start doing open mics?
I didn't do an open mic until I was about 2 years into comedy before I did an open mic. The first time I did comedy was to audition for an improv team on Ohio State's campus.
Okay.
And I wanted to do improv because I figured, I could just step up, say something stupid, step back. I didn't have to be the center of attention, but it was still outside of my comfort zone.
Bounce off other people.
Right.
Yeah,
It was something to get me off the couch.
Yep.
So, and give my hand something to do other than things that were illegal. So
Stealing investigations. Yeah.
So
you start stealing scenes.
Yeah.
So and they wanted me to do a stand-up set to audition for the improv team. So I did it. It went well. It went very well, actually. And I got off stage and I was like, man, I am never doing that again ever in my life.
You think when you did that, was it your physical demeanor that helped? You're a big guy. They were like, you don't look like everybody else, in the improv community. That couldn't have hurt.
I think I was sillier than I was a surprise. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was sillier than I looked.
Right.
I was a very quiet guy, but then, I was much, because I feel like for some reason the microphone gives me a license to say what I'm thinking when I don't normally say it.
Sure.
So it's that weird thing of
it's your alter ego.
Do I get to be who I really am when I'm on stage, or do I get to get away from who I really am when I'm on stage?
Yeah.
So I explored that a little bit, and it ended up being fun after a while. But yeah, no, it was a snowball effect. I was doing comedy for a year and a half before I actually went after a gig.
Right. Or would you tell people you were a comedian?
Never.
So you didn't.
I was doing comedy for like 4 years before I said I was a comedian. I felt
Don't
so
ever come to one of my shows.
Yeah.
Right.
I said I was very uncomfortable saying that. Like, I've always been weirded out by, like, you do open mic and like comedian, like a comic say, I'm a comedian.
Everybody's a comedian now.
Like,
yeah.
no, you work at T-Mobile. You're a
Right.
T-Mobile retail assistant.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. You're a customer service representative.
You are not what your hobby is. Like,
Right.
that's no. But yeah.
So
no.
what was it then where you said, well, no, I'm a comedian? Like, what was the tipping point?
When they started paying me.
That's usually a good
when people started giving me money, I'm like, wow, so I could probably do this.
Yeah.
The first time I saw my name on a marquee, that's when I said, okay, I'm a comedian now.
Right.
I still
It took you that long?
Yeah, it took me that long. I really was uncomfortable with it. I was very uncomfortable with saying I'm a comedian. You know what I mean? Like,
now, did the marquee?
I'm uncomfortable with the way you say it. I'm a comedian.
At that time, did the marquee have your alias,
No,
or was it your?
actually had my name. I think my first marquee was Mike Paramore Jr. I'm a junior, so I was
okay.
But I dropped the junior since then.
Yeah, right. But on Twitter, you're at Mike Paramore Jr.
Yes.
So follow Mike on Twitter.
Because
for some reason Mike Paramore was taken. I'm like, who's?
And you could easily be confused with Mike Polk Jr. So it just makes it easier for people.
Except he's much sexier than I am.
MikeParamore.com is the website.
Yes.
Mike's going to headline the first night of the Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour. So House of Blues on Friday night, Jasmine Carter and Cody Cooper, young Bill Squire, Mary Santora.
This is the 9th year?
9th. Mm-hmm. Yes.
What took you guys so long to have me? I'm from here.
You were in Columbus. We didn't know what was going on.
I've asked him every single year to put you on. He just didn't like you.
Every single year I said, no! Not until he goes back to the original French spelling. So I was waiting that out, but clearly that was not going to happen.
So you don't like to listen to Bill or be surprised by black people.
He doesn't like to be surprised at all.
Well, I don't like surprises no matter what color they come in. But no, I actually, because every year I'll have my eye on a couple of people or people that I think over time have gotten to the point where I think they could do it. Because, 3 years ago, I would not have said Cody Cooper go up and do it, right? And so this year, and Bill was like, he gave me your name. He goes, you should really, look at Mike. I was like, all right. I had heard the name. I had just never dug in. So I dug in. I was like, Definitely.
I like to be dug in too.
Yeah.
Well, and frankly, I like the comedy tour. You know, it's always been kind of a mix of people that the audience knows and then people that they don't.
Right.
And they can go, "Wow, it's awesome. That's hilarious."
Yeah, like last year, Mike Head was on it for the first time, and he stole the show.
And again,
Wanda too.
Right.
Yeah.
These are not unknown people in local comedy circles, but as far as like a broader audience, that's how I think of it in terms of like now these people are going to know what you're doing.
Mike Head, he's super funny.
He's very funny.
I don't like him. I hate everybody sexier than me.
He's tall. He's really funny. He's that thing that girls are talking about. We're like, I want someone that's funny.
And he wears shoes from Aldo. That's what pisses me off the most.
I don't even know
those old Bruno Mollies.
He's very stylish.
Those old OJ 92 shoes.
And I'm like, look at my new Converse. And he's like,
right. Yeah, but what do they say? Ladies, look at your shoes. So you go to Aldo, not Aldi. I get my shoes at Aldi. That's completely different. I get pistachios and I get size 9 loafers.
and colorful Crocs.
Yeah, right. I get the Mario Batali special. Right. So you've been back in Cleveland now. How you're on the road pretty regularly? You're full-on comic now.
I am a full-on comic. I'm on the road. I think I'm slated to do about 35 weeks this year. So. Yeah,
that's good, man.
I'm a lot of colleges, cruise ships, which has let me pick and choose the clubs I want to do. So it's been
because those will pay well,
right?
Because then then you're just doing the clubs that you want to do, which is a nice situation to be in. Because if you're just doing the clubs and trying to make your living that way, that's what I was doing, and you're going to some places that you're like, oh man, I got to figure something out. I got to do something else. So
yeah, no, 100%
congrats to get
correct.
up to that point, man.
Yeah, 100% correct. It's been an absolute blessing. I look back and I'm like, I don't know how I got here, but like people seem to like me and don't mind me saying weird things to them.
It is weird though to whether I guess I'll limit it to just performance type jobs to really turn around after you've got some years in and you've just been doing it. To you, it's just your life and you're going on and you're meeting people along the way. But it is weird to one day turn around and go, man, I did all that. Now I'm here. It's like when you're driving home, you just zone out. You get home, but you haven't paid attention the whole time. You'll pull in your driver and go, I was thinking about something else the whole time because you know how to get home. It's the same thing. You'll kind of just go, oh, I'm here now. I've been doing this for a while now. You know what I mean?
No, I've been. There's been times where I've been on the back of a cruise ship and just look out while we're going and think like, oh my God, I can't believe. This is my life. This is part of what my life is like. It's an unreal situation.
I can't believe I buried that chick in Bermuda.
What's it like going to college campuses now? Because you're not like a super dirty or controversial comic, but kids are sensitive. What are those shows like?
Colleges are a nightmare. Colleges.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but it sounds about right.
I mean, you love the kids have the best intentions. The kids are very excited to have you there, and it's like they treat you well. That you get there and they're like, "Here's water and chips," and I'm like, "I don't eat those chips." I'm like, "We'll get you whatever chips you want to get."
Right.
And they're degraded. But it's like once the comedy starts, you're right. It's almost like they don't know what upsets them, so they're skeptical about everything.
Right.
They're not malicious, but you can always hear the beeholes clenching up in the audience.
I've literally said things on purpose to get arousal from them, and it didn't. And then things that I thought would be nothing got just a room full of oohs and ahs.
Right.
Literally, I've literally been.
That's the minefield. You don't know.
I've had a supervisor come on stage and escort me off after saying something.
The Sandman came out. It was like meet at the Apollo.
He felt uncomfortable with the line of jokes I was telling, right?
This was the supervisor.
And this is what it was about: positive stereotypes.
Right.
Oh, yes.
That's what I was telling, jokes about positive stereotypes and how I wouldn't be mad. I wish I would. I would say, and then they were like, we have a trivia after this, and it was an Asian girl said, we have trivia after this. I'm like, it's cheating. You can't play. That's not
right.
And that's the moment where he walked up. He was like, okay, and I'm like, wow. I just told this girl she was super smart, and you're escorting me off stage
because
it's paid though.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
yes, I did.
Then who cares?
Nobody's. I'm kind of big and black.
Yeah. What do you mean you're not going to pay me? The stereotype of my job is that I get paid to perform. So it's a stereotype I like. Yeah, the fact that it was just a stereotype didn't matter. It made
and
the guy
on
up.
purposely was down that path, and I never brought up anything negative on purpose because I knew I was on the college campus. So it was all positive stuff, and it was crowd work. So it was just all off the cuff and 100% positive. I've never during that whole rant, I never mentioned anything negative at all, and he was just uncomfortable with it, and he asked me to leave.
Well, and the downside to that, too, is you can have kids walking away from a show where you've actively tried to navigate that minefield, and they'll walk away going, wasn't that funny?
But to me...
Because I didn't do my bit.
In my experiences, it's the college itself that doesn't really know what they're doing. The kids are kind of okay with whatever as long as you say it with confidence. They'll be leery if you're leery, but if you say it with confidence, they'll ride along with you. It's the colleges that don't understand.
It's like training a dog.
Because they buy into it. The colleges are like, yes, these are adults. Say whatever you want to them. You know, they tell you up front. Because I always ask, like, what is my guidelines? They're like, they're adults. It's whatever. Say whatever, and then they get mad at you for saying whatever. So it's the colleges don't know how they want the kids to be treated.
Right.
How adult are they, ma'am, when you tell me they're adults?
Right, exactly.
Exactly how adult.
And then it's funny going from college to cruise ships, because cruise ships is the exact opposite, because it's an alarming amount of old people on cruise ships, but you still have the same don't offend anybody because you will get in trouble type of mentality.
But usually not by the people on the boat. It's by the people that are running the show.
What are they going to do? Toss you off the boat?
I've heard stories. I've heard stories of people getting
At a
dropped
port of call,
off.
they just kick you out. Yeah.
They just drop you off in like Colombia, and like somebody will be along soon, sir. But you can't be
find your way back.
Right. I've heard about helicopter pickups.
Wow.
Yeah, I've heard people getting really like you can't.
It's like super strict too. Like you're not supposed to like party with the guests or anything like that.
You can hang out with them, but the word they use is fraternize. You're not allowed to fraternize, which is
and everybody on those cruise ships, they're all the people who work on them, they're all banging each other, and they're all from different parts of the world.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But it's funny because everybody's also on a long contract, and as a comedian, you're only on for a couple weeks. Our contracts are 2 to 4 weeks, so we're either like really, really like the hottest thing, the new person, or we're like
fresh meat,
pariah. Like, don't talk to him; he's going to be gone in a week. So.
Don't bring him into our inner circle.
Like the people that are on the same wavelength as us, the passengers, we can't really, you can't be seen on their floor.
Yeah.
And then it's a lot of kids. Like you learn a lot about yourself on a cruise ship. I learned that I have no problem tripping children at all.
It's hard not to, really.
As a matter of fact, it's funny to me. I like it. It cheers me up. They
don't have far to fall.
Right. They don't. Yeah. It's funny because kids don't address it. They just look at you, get up, and run off. They don't try to find out how they can prevent it from happening again. They just run off.
It's almost worth torpedoing a couple of sets to see where you get the helicopter ride to. We'll get you to Miami. Don't worry about it. You're like, sweet,
it's
Miami.
Funny because the guests want you to be raunchy. They want you to be like, they're always saying, when is the cursing show?
Right.
Because
they're drunk or
But it's the ship that doesn't want you to piss off that one rich person that's going to come and complain, and then like they have influence, and because people pay a boatload of money to be on those things, and they want to cater to them. So now I have to cater to them.
I got a call from Randy Carnival, and he was none too pleased. Don't make him angry.
Like I was infamous on one ship because I told a lady to shut up. And we tell people to shut up all the time.
Oh, yeah. Not even when I'm on stage. I just do it now.
And I wasn't even, it wasn't even something I thought about. It was just kind of crowd work in the moment. I told this one lady to shut up, and it got around the ship that I was like, the edgy grit, like, you should go see Mike. He might tell somebody to shut up.
Like, make fun of me next. Yeah. Well, thank you for doing the shows this weekend. Thank you for coming by today. And we'll see you on Friday.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Mike Paramore is part of your 9th annual Alan Cox Show comedy tour. He's your headliner for the House of Blues on Friday. And then, of course, he'll be along Saturday for the Kent Stage Show. MikeParamore.com for the info. Are you still Junior on Twitter?
I am still Junior, at Mike Paramore Jr. on Twitter.
All right, cool.
And Instagram.
All right, we'll take a break. Tribe pregame set for 6:30. They're in Chicago to play the Cubs tonight at 7:05.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free...
Side in the DMs.
Hi.
One time. That was a joke that you guys weren't here for, but we enjoyed it. How was everybody's weekend? We all had a good time, right?
Oh,
It was great.
I had a hell of a weekend.
What'd you
I
do?
did everything.
Everything.
We were in a comedy festival in Columbus.
Mhm.
Drove back up Friday night for a show up here. I
Yeah,
did a
you were-
10K on Sunday.
You did too much stuff this weekend.
I did way too much stuff this
is
weekend.
She had a show in Columbus on Thursday,
hmm
show in Cleveland on Friday,
Came back down for a midnight show in Columbus on Friday night.
then back to Columbus Saturday.
Stayed in Columbus
Thursday,
Saturday.
then back to Cleveland.
10K was at 7 in the morning on Sunday.
Yeah, so
And then I headlined a show Sunday night.
yeah.
She's a hustler. She's
Yeah,
a hustler, homie.
She does it.
Ask
Yeah.
about her. Ask about her.
She's doing it. So I did the same comedy festival, and I also did Rock on the Range. There was a huge delay. I'm sure we'll get into that on the show, but it was really fun. I got to perform. Got to they split us into two parts, and I got to close the first part before the intermission, which
look at you.
was very fun. And honestly, it was probably my favorite set that I've ever had at Rock on the Range.
That's awesome. Good for you, man.
So that was good.
What'd
And
you do?
Pound cake?
I went to 3 gay clubs in one night. And so it was fantastic. And a scenario happened that only really happens in my dreams, but it actually happened in real life, and I was real shook. So I'm sipping my straw seductively on the dance floor, just kind of grooving to the music, just doing my own thing. And this guy, hottest guy in the room, is across from me a little bit. I'm he looks like a stuck-up snob. I'm not even gonna say anything to him because I like to be approached. I like to be chased.
Mm-hmm.
But he was cute, Abercrombie-looking boy. Total little twink, but still totally doable. And then as he comes over, he looks like he's coming towards me, but I'm nah, he's not coming towards me. No, he's out of my league. But then he comes up to me. He's just "Is this you?" I'm he has my Instagram pulled up. I was well, yes, it is. And he's we swiped on Tinder. I was what? He was yeah, but you never talked to me though. I'm oh, well, silly me. And so we tried to have a somewhat conversation, but the music was going. So he was you want to go somewhere more private? So we go into the less crowded area of Twist, and then afterwards I go home with him.
Hell yeah, you did.
I was oh my god. I was literally, that's a scenario that only really happens in my head. Usually it requires a little bit more leg and pouting, but I didn't have to do that. He came up to me and just said, "Is this your Instagram?"
So he was searching you out. Now is this going to be one of those situations where he's how come you didn't tag me in any Instagram pictures?
No, I don't think so. He's a terrible
had
texter.
that, yeah.
Because we spent pretty much that whole night and pretty much a lot of the next day together. I didn't leave over there till 1:30. And
Nice.
but I text him and he literally replies 6 hours later. He's one of those.
I hate that.
Like,
It makes me absolutely insane.
Exactly. I'll say something funny and then I'm gonna haha 6 hours later. I'm all right. Well,
not everybody's attached to their phones. So
Our
I think
friend,
that could be good.
the guy that we know, was like that. He'll text me every 6 hours, drive me nuts when he told me to leave alone.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's
sign
good.
that you're not a priority. I'm sorry to say that.
no, that's okay. But
It's the worst.
One night was okay.
Yeah, one night's great.
Poking
That's
around
good.
in there.
Good for you.
Here's something that's kind of funny. I had a very, very vivid dream about one of our listeners.
Ooh.
A lady listener. And
Wilhelmina.
No, not her. It's someone that you know, and I'll tell you after. But she was upset with her man and made a move on me, and I'm this is out of nowhere. It was because they're a real happy couple. So I was really bummed out when I woke up, and I'm
and it was fake.
Well, if it makes you feel better.
Oh, just a dream.
I had a dream that I was running around with the Kardashians in Cleveland.
Oh, good for you.
Well,
I have a dream like that.
Your dream's more likely to come true than mine.
My
Based on who
dreams,
this is.
my dreams are always there's a giant spider trying to get me and I have to escape, and it's my house, but it's not my house. You know what I mean? Those are my
That's a
dreams.
sign of
those are-
anxiety.
I know.
Your dreams
I'm
mean
so
something.
stressed out all the time. It's
Yeah.
just crazy, man.
What do you do to... what's a healthy way that you relieve stress?
I honestly don't know.
Well, you
A
gotta
healthy
figure
way?
that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because I know you drink and get high and stuff like that, but...
What unhealthy
what
ways?
about,
I need to get I need to get a
Yeah.
healthy outlet. Yoga. If there's any yoga people out there, let me come take your class for free.
Mhm.
And then I'll be more balanced.
Yes, that's a good idea. Yoga would be good for you. Just any sort of mindfulness would be good for you.
Yeah.
You
I
just
think
need
I'm going
to-
to take yoga.
Yeah.
I'm putting
All
it in
right.
the universe. We're doing yoga.
Merry yoga. All right. Thanks, guys. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Side in the DMs special edition, where I'm here with Jeff Davis from Connected Comedy.
How's it going?
And
Comedy
we're
Connected.
doing Comedy Connected. Whatever, dude. You didn't pay me that much. So we're doing a show together. Saturday, July 21st. You want to just give them some details real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a show for the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and the Adams Board of Cuyahoga County, their Suicide Prevention Coalition. We're trying to raise them.
And we're not just doing the show for them. We're doing this as a fundraiser for them, correct?
Fundraiser for them, correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for stopping by, Jeff. Can't wait to perform with you and be a part of this. It's July 21st at the Lakewood Civic Auditorium. And tickets are on sale at standuptogetherohio.com. It is standuptogetherohio.com, an evening of comedy to honor Nick Ramsey. I'll be headlining. Mike Polk Jr. will be there, Mary Santora, and more. There's going to be so many great comics, so make sure you get those tickets. And if you have any questions about being a sponsor, go ahead and email Jeff at standuptogetherohio.com.
Sounds kind of interesting, and it just...
Well, it is interesting. I think it is interesting because
Yeah, listen,
people are hearing both.
People are desperate for any dumb crap that will divert them from the crushing reality of life.
Right, which
It's
is
that
probably why I
simple.
called.
Yeah, it's that simple. Thank you, Bill. Hey, Doug.
Some people listen to this show and they hear funny things and other people don't, but it's the same stuff.
That's right. You're all hearing the same crap.
Hey.
Hey.
We got to do a new YouTube thing.
No.
Yeah,
no.
just do it.
No.
Just do it.
No.
Just say subscribe and share. Do it. Hey everybody, welcome to Side in the DMs. My hair, I got it. I'm getting it cut. I'm getting it cut before the comedy tour.
So no more perm? No perm for the comedy tour?
There's not going to be a perm for the comedy tour. I can't stand what it looks like right now. It's too, like if I put stuff in
very
it.
Kramer-ish.
It's just so, it's too long. And it's like most of the curls have grown out or they're coming out. So it doesn't even really, like, this is kind of just what my hair looks like when it's longer. And it's just driving me nuts. And I don't like it when it's this long. So yeah, I'm going to get it cut. Because like I style it in the morning and then it just puffs out as the day goes on, and so I'm just very annoyed with it. So I'm getting it cut. Deal with it. I fulfilled my bet. I did it anyway. You were telling me that all you did last night was watch Basketball Wives.
Well, I got home and, by the way, side note, my roommate and I have reached peak friendship. We're showing up at the same place. Like we go to Liquid Planet. And, you know, they have good smoothies and good food. And I was just like...
Food is good. I really like that.
I was like, I think I want to go there. And, of course, as I pull out, my roommate is pulling in. I'm like, damn it, man. I was like, we're super gay. We're super close. Anyways, so I get home and I have my food and my smoothie and I'm watching Basketball Wives. Now, if you don't know about Basketball Wives...
I don't know anything about it. I never watched the episode.
The executive producer of that show and the creator is Shawnee O'Neal, which is Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife. So she pretty much is like the ringleader... and has all these, you know, bitches there, flaunting
mothers,
sure, flaunting their wealth, and you know they got to make it's a housewife show, so you got to make it, you know, drama filled, yeah. And I was just living for it because it's immediately the first episode like this chick slept with your ex-husband, and I was like, here we go.
But why, like, everybody sleeps with everybody, like that's like the world. Why is it such like a big deal? When they find this stuff out, like, why did none of these people have skills on how to just be, like, adults?
I don't know. All I know is,
like, if I found out someone slept with someone that I also slept with, I'd be like, okay.
But there is friendship. Like, it's just like bro code. Like, that's like you sleeping with one of my ex-boyfriends.
No, I don't think that would happen. Never say never. But yeah, I just don't get the, like, if you're running in certain circles, you're hanging out the same places, that crap's going to happen. And none of these people have, like, a very high moral compass where they're, like, above any of that stuff. They all do it. So I don't know why they act like they're so outraged when it happens.
Because it's a reality show and you want to promote yourself in the best light, and sometimes
but why do you enjoy watching that stuff? Like,
it's escapism. I like it.
It's so contrived, though. I can't escape in something that is that phony, like that false outrage. Like, that stuff makes me nuts. I don't know. Like, I kind of got into.
And the women are pretty. They have money. Yeah. You know, they have fat booties. So I don't know. I just find it fascinating, and you know they.
The Rock Report with Corey Roddick.
According to bassist Johnny Christ, Avenged Sevenfold will likely start working on the follow-up to their 2016 album The Stage this fall. He says, quote, right now it's probably a little bit more of getting our own ideas and just writing by ourselves in our studios and stuff at home. And then we'll probably throw all of those ideas away when we come up with what kind of idea we're going to do. But yeah, right now we're excited for the rest of this summer tour, and then we plan on pretty much hitting the ground running as soon as we get back and finish this tour in September. We'll really start getting into the writing of a possible new record. And it'll be exciting, not sure what it'll be, end quote. Avenged Sevenfold frontman M. Shadows revealed last March that the band's legal battle with its former label, Warner Brothers Records, is not yet resolved. He also said that the group wanted to settle that matter before it began work on a new LP. Warner Brothers sued Avenged Sevenfold in late 2015 after the band left the label, citing the California Labor Code's 7-year rule. I'm Corey Roddick, and that's your Rock Report for Tuesday, May 22nd on 100.7 WMMS.
Get more music news at WMMS.com.
All right, a couple of tickets for the Stand Up Together comedy show that honors Nicholas Ramsey. 50 or so comics going to be part of it. Mike Polk Jr., Mary Santora, Bill Squire, many, many more. It goes down July 21 at the Lakewood Civic Auditorium. Tickets are on sale if you want to be part of it. StandUpTogetherOhio.com. Caller 12, this pair for you right now. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
So environmentally friendly, they recycle every joke. The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
Cleveland. I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. F it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. F***ing thing sucks.
All right. That is all. Thanks very much for hanging out today. Anything you want to throw in, William?
I am trying to get to 4,000 listeners on Spotify. So if you have Spotify, go and listen to my album, any of my albums, but specifically Decisions Aren't My Thing. I'm at like 3,700. So a few hundred listens, and I'll be where I want to be. And then follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bill Squire, and come to the comedy tour this weekend.
Okay.
AlanCoxShow.com/ keyword comedy.
Mm-hmm. You can listen or watch today's show at AlanCoxShow.com. You'll find the ACS podcasts up top. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all that at the bottom of the show site. The Alan Cox Show 24/7 channel on the free iHeartRadio app. You can rate the show on iTunes. Email if you want, alan@AlanCoxShow.com. And the After Hours hotline, anything you didn't get in during the show, 216-986-8903. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks very much for hanging out. Tribe game is next, and I will see you in hell.
And now